Welcome to Zelda Speed Runs. We have for you a Group B race from the Majora's Mask Zora Easter tournament between Willx49 and Volc. On tracking, we have new IT guy and Alley Oops, and I will be sending it over to our commentary team of Painapple and Spec. Take it away, you two.
Hello and good morning to everyone on the East Coast and whatever other time it is for other places. Thank you so much for joining us here on ZSR for another Zegs tournament match. And Spec, I believe it's morning for you too as well, right? Oh, may have lost Spec.
Hello, hello.
There you go.
Yeah, it's something where I think during the introduction I get muted or something, but yeah, we're here.
Okay, good.
All good.
Excellent. Yeah, we got to get things hyped between this match between Will and Volk. Two runners, honestly, I'm not super familiar with. I know both of them have been in the community for at least a good while now.
They are from my round robin group, and I've had my match against both of them.
Okay.
Cafe has one of our chateau bottles, so -1 bottle.
Very nice.
It's just
Yeah,
a
looks like no
typical Zora
unlimited
Easter
magic.
start,
Mm-hmm.
where one of your bottles gets killed instantly.
Right.
Oh yeah, the chew face. I hope I don't make that joke again, huh? But yeah, in general, I have had I played against both in the past. Will beat me on a Blitz best of 3, so really good on his end. He's a very solid player, I would say. He said he was a little bit rusty. And Volc, I looked at Volc's Ocarina of Time randomizer results, and they're really solid. And from the
Yeah.
race I played against him, I definitely saw some good stuff when I watched the VOD back. So can't sleep on either of these guys for sure.
Yeah. I know neither of them are anyone to mess with. But here we have our pretty standard observatory opener. Will mixing in Tingle as well. See if that benefits him in any way. Get some good money. Nothing to sneeze at, especially with how helpful Bank has been in some of these recent matches.
Yeah, the cashback is definitely really good, and with the Tingle cutscene being eliminated, it's so much better to farm for the 5 rupees, because before you had to, yeah, it really took a little bit of time optimization wise. I would never farm the 5 before. I know a lot of people did, but now during the cutscene, if you can farm for the 5, it can be very worth it.
Yeah, because you're just sitting there anyway. And so
You
much
got a
of
giant. Oh, sorry.
Well, just saying, so much of Rando is trying to optimize pretty much every minute you're playing the game. But yeah, that
You
giant
gotta.
is not really doing much for us at an observatory. And a dead Ranch Sisters.
Yeah, so Ranch Sisters are both checks are dead, being a double hint, and one of them is Postman's Hat. So one less of the Clock Town trade items available.
Yeah, one of the more ambiguous items. So Ranch Sisters is one of our 6 always hints in these settings. So we should be expecting 5 more of those. Even though I believe there's 7 total in the pool, correct?
Yes, and only 6 will be chosen. The 7th one, so to speak, will be automatically junked. That's a setting you can do on the randomizer as of version 1.16, which is really good.
Yeah. Very helpful.
Yeah, Volk is now doing a little bit of a variation of the standard observatory opener. He just went for the bomb shop, although not having any money. It will take a terminal field lap here, and Goron Race is also one of our always checks that is foolish.
Man, I really want to see a Goron race seed. I love seeing runners have to deal with that.
Yeah, I think I had a Goron race seed early on in this setting, and I really, really prefer watching rather than playing a Goron race seed.
It's so much fun to watch. It's one of the most like RNG based things in this game.
It's so funny because like talk to a glitchless runner one time about this race because it's a mixture of, you know, the race is kind of mean, it's kind of random, but when I lose it's my fault, you know, it's my fault, it's always my fault.
Yeah.
And it
Unless
kind of
they're
is
a Goron
because
race.
yeah, there is skill in the patterns and stuff, but it's still a lot of BS.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there is a strategy to it, but it's a hard strategy to keep. On an early piece of paper from Anju.
To see a classic land title deed saves come right at the swamp, and Postman's Freedom has our cafe mask whenever you wish to do that.
Yeah. It's a shame the postman can't just start midnight meeting for us.
Yeah, if only. Also, it's a kind of a bad situation where you have to do the quest in order to later re-grab the thing to do Madame Aroma. So if you get in a last location spot, this will be fun. Meanwhile, Seahorses is also an always hint that is dead.
Another always hint that's come up quite a lot in this season. Whoa! Lemons with an unrequired mirror shield.
That's one of our sometimes, and you love to see not required song item as a hint.
Yeah.
You really like to see it.
That's big. It's helpful to not have to be searching for that. That does also confirm that we will not be seeing Pamela this seed. But we will get a captain's hat from the Pillar Grotto. That's very interesting. And one thing I do really like about these settings as well, having that bottle, having early Eponas really does open up a lot of different routes from our runners. It does get a little bit tiring just seeing both runners do Observatory start over to the Postman, doing Swordsman School. So getting some variation as we're seeing from Volc is a little more exciting. And we have an expensive magic from the Scrub. Oh man, that's very exciting. So very likely gonna need an early wallet. Oh. And Volc continuing this nice little South Termina start. Getting something else good from the chest here. For bombs. Alright, bombs are pretty helpful. Definitely a early item you want to see. And Dampé Digging also dead. I think that brings us to 4 always hints now. I do think the odds of us seeing a magic for Go is pretty slim. Sorry to crush your hopes and dreams there, Muervo.
Oh, it is possible. I wouldn't count on it
Yeah.
because magic for Go mode has happened. I mean, any item for Go mode, really, even Bow itself.
Oh yeah. As we've pretty much seen, I think, earlier this season. And Road to Southern Swampwath. One of our first 3 Wath hints this seed.
Yeah. Well, so Will is gonna have to do standard terminal app here, the one you were talking about. It has less to do with the Epona start. It's more of the routing Old Lady in general, which is one of the big factors in routing the first cycle of the gameplay. And it's good that Volc got that bomb bag because he's pretty much burned through all his terminal field checks here on the day 1. I guess he's trying to do the grandma story skip, which is understandable. But yeah, he's gonna have night 1 Honey and Darling, which is really good in terms of wasting time waiting for Old Lady.
True. I mean, if he wants to do day 1, I know plenty of runners don't like doing day 1.
Well, he either has to take one of those, or we can be looking at maybe just raw waiting for old lady or doing some Great Bay entry or whatever.
Yeah. I
When
mean,
there,
even if he does Great Bay, he has access. Oh my god, Ocean Spider House chest.
is that a chest?
I think that was the chest.
Yeah, I think I saw only one line. It has the light arrow. It is a sometimes hint.
Oh wow. Have not seen that chest so far this season, at least for me. Wow, wow, wow.
It's nice that Will has a razor sword here for the dongos.
Yeah. It makes it just so much faster.
We're gonna have a
Oh,
lot of time
Zelda.
after going all the way to Scrub.
Yeah. Yeah, Will is going to have to waste a little bit more time here, so I'm curious where they go for that. But Volc checking the ever-powerful Gorman race. It is made and broken. Make and breaked some runners.
I'm wondering now if there's gonna be any sort of small routing involved when it comes to getting the light arrow, because it is an out of the way check. Usually you do it at the very end of your stuff in a individual Song of Soaring, because
Yeah,
it doesn't group well with anything else really. You can heal Mikau and go for it, but healing Mikau is slow and sometimes you want to skip it.
absolutely.
And
Especially
yeah,
with that
giving it
mirror
a
shield
try.
dead.
Yeah, well, just finding out about a hint.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was in an early one.
Well, I mean, I'm just kind of hoping that that dead mirror shield leads to healing. But Volk with a very long first day.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is textbook grandma story skip. He's gonna be able to
Yeah.
pick Postman right here, I believe. It's past 2 p.m. Oh, okay, he's just exiting.
Yeah, he's fine.
I think Ares drew like a whole map on the Postman's walking cycles throughout Clock Town.
Is this our first time seeing? Yeah, it is. So Akana Canyon Foolish, Road to Southern Swamp still Wath. But that Akani Cannon confirming even more that Pamela's dead. Zora Cape Wath. Interesting. This seed just really, really trying to ground it in that Pamela will not be checked this this seed. Very aggressive from the hints there.
So Volk had that Road to Swamp Way the hero for a while now, right? And he didn't decide to just go there, which is,
Yeah.
it's interesting because he did an early little terminal app. He could have just bailed on P-Hat and Milk Road and just gone to Road to Swamp. It is
Yeah.
2 checks you can get immediately, so it might be worth it. I think it is. I think it should be.
Definitely think it's worth it. Yeah.
Kind of annoying if it's Swamp Archer, you have to go back for it, but I don't know, it could be rewarded, and he was in the position to do that actually.
Yeah, but I guess this chest over here was good? Yeah, it was. I couldn't tell from the peak. For more bombs!
A nice refill, huh?
That's definitely what you want to see this early.
I'm starting to think we should be counting those, go for the bombable check, it has more bombs. I'm sensing a pattern here, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I'm also curious if Volk is deciding to do this not skipping to night. Like, you want to start doing those checks that are going to waste time to get to saving Grandma.
Yeah, I didn't want to pull the OTR card super early, but yeah, he's just burning through everything that could be done on night one. Night one, he's
Yeah.
pretty much entering Great Bay. He probably has to do Zora Cape Grotto individually at that point, which kind of it usually sucks.
I mean,
Could
at
have
least
already the hero item in this case, so he might just
exactly.
benefit.
Yeah. I mean, the odds that it has it are not great, but given our current loadout, it is possible. He also has bombs and captain's hat, so we could see a pretty early graveyard.
Yeah, seems like an okay position to do graveyard. I might be contradicting what I said in previous times, but bomb bag, kind of nice.
Yeah. I mean, once you have bomb bag, like, why not just go to graveyard? You know? Like, I totally understand not wanting to go graveyard all that early, but once you have a bomb bag, you can pretty much full clear it. Why not do it?
Yeah, he did go through all Termina Field, which means the checks remaining are 2 in Road to Swamp, 1 out of Logic, and Mystery Woods, and like
Yeah.
in staff room and stuff. The few scattered ones, bank one. So
Right.
going graveyard might be the. I mean, for Volks, it is the best option right now. It literally
Right.
is because he barely
Exactly.
has anything left. But yeah, it's a good extra source of checks early on, especially since the other stuff, like none of it had anything except a bomb bag.
Yeah, we're pretty just stuck with bombs right now. I mean, I'm really curious where that Road to Southern Swamp Wath is going to lead us, because I'm kind of shocked that we haven't seen either runner go for it yet.
Oh no, this is tragic. As Volk rolled up to the ferry just vanished because the day was
No!
over.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. And now they're mad, so they're going to make Cafe come out.
Yeah, he's just taking
Oh,
a
I guess they
repeat
didn't see
here.
it. Okay.
But yeah, it's a sad day for the ferry. You could, there are other ways to get it. You can like long jump from above. It's really bad. Don't ever do it. But
Yeah.
he gets a Deku or a Goron somewhere. It'll be fine. Or
Right.
just take the next day.
And we already know that without a transformation mask, you're only getting 20 rupees anyway.
You were talking about the Bombchu, Honey and Darling, and Volk was having a tough time with it, and apparently cost him
Yeah.
in not getting the ferry. That's tragic.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not used to the game, it's pretty tough. Like once you get used to it and how long it takes for the bomb chew to actually like hit the ground, it's not that bad. But it takes a while to get used to. It's not like the bomb chew bowling in Oot. We have some easier strats there.
Meanwhile, on both of them sides, there, I'm gonna see some repeated checks. Gonna see probably a Milk Road race and our Road to Swamp Waths, most likely, away the hero candidates. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Volk is gonna do postman minigame and then check his options. Thinking about taking that graveyard exit, maybe.
Yeah, I hope so. Because I think that'd be a really good play from Volk right now. But I am still just astounded that neither of these guys are going for that Road to Southern Swamp.
In Will's case, I don't know where he got the hint, and we have a confirmation of the Ocean Spider House.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was just doing. He was in a position where you have to just do the terminal app, and then you get the hint. I
Yeah.
think inside the where did he get the hint? What it was like inside the
he got the
Gossip
hint.
Grotto.
Yeah, he got it from Gossips.
Yeah, there's just no time left.
No, of course, he had to go save Bomb Grandma, but then, like, why go do this instead of going to go do Road to Southern Swamp?
And now from here,
very
it's
confusing.
from here it's just a standard route because you do. I mean, will you really skip on P-Hag Grotto and Milk Road at this point?
I mean, no.
With Goron Mask on another setting, maybe, or just Goron
Yeah.
Mask, but here you just take the race. You have Epona, you go outside.
Yeah. I mean, the most logical thing I can think of is you're trying to get Bow before you go that way, just to make sure you can full clear it in one go. But with such a dry seed, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, when it comes to both the Road to Swamp entry and the Graveyard entry, I don't think you can spend that much time going on other places trying to get other items, because those options are just good on their own, and
Right.
you're human. You have low equips. You're slow currently, so where will you choose to be slow? You know, for example, Volc is taking a Great Bay entry here, which is, you know, compared to Graveyard, both of them are. Like, going to one instead of the other to play around each other's future items, it's like, you know, pick your poison, really.
Right.
But Graveyard seems definitely like a more attractive option, especially with Razor, I think.
Yeah, I was about to say, having that upgraded sword makes those Iron Knuckle kills, like, so much faster.
And from here, it's like, it's a situation I mentioned, because he's gonna go here, okay, do you go for the Owl? Or now that he has the... Oh, he doesn't have the Zora cape with the hero. He didn't check Gossip's Grotto, Volc.
No, he did not.
Oh my.
Because he went over to the Dongos without bombs.
If he had
this could be our Road to Southern Swamp Wath with Zora. Yeah, that makes sense. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Would have been a slightly easier swim, at least, for Volc. Not that that's like the biggest priority, but it's something.
Yeah, and now Will is gonna go to Great Bay with such a smoother clear and stuff. There's something we like on the tree.
Yeah. Also, for restream, we do have one Foolish. We have Akana Canyon Foolish. But that is our only one so far. Oh my god, and Hook!
Wow, are you kidding me?
What? So you just get your Zora Cape starter kit right here?
Yeah, quite literally.
Wow. And Sewer's Foolish, really helpful there.
Alright, just don't get Gore on the seed. It's fine.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't do this, but all the time I read into my Foolishes. And so when I see that, like, Sewers is not required, that usually makes me think, oh, I'm gonna have a really late Goron. Also, to answer a question in the chat, no, we do not feed Hugo. Hugo starves every single seed now. Every single time, no matter what.
Yeah, and right now, from version 1.16 on, Hugo is in such a strict diet.
Yes.
The guy's suffering a little bit, and we're not gonna do anything about it.
Yeah, we're just gonna let him sit up there and freeze. Because of these new settings, we're able to see what Hugo has on his head. So, more often than not, we're not gonna see Hugo.
Yeah, now the seed is just really agreeing with Will's side. Although, you know, Volc is just gonna... All Volc did as extra was that Cape Grotto kind of in the middle of nowhere. But he's gonna go here, he's gonna have Zora for the Mystery Woods section. It's gonna be all good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess there's kind of two schools of thought of, like, get your Waths done, but also just clear your Sphere 0. And it looks like both of our runners are going for clear Sphere 0 over anything else.
Oh, Volc, like, we were talking about 9-1, Volc put himself in a sticky situation here because look at his time of day. I don't think he can even go for the owl here. Or he's gonna skip on the tree or something.
But he's not gonna be able to see that. It's Hook, you can't see that.
Yeah, actually, you just go for the owl here. That's the story.
That's all you can do.
And then you go back for the checks.
I mean, that's fine. That's not awful.
Yeah, it is a way to spend a time of day for sure, even though not the most ideal one.
Yeah. And a Keaton from Kochake.
Also, you were talking earlier about the standard opener is always the same thing, blah 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 blah. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of that. I know I'm gonna be the little contrarian here, but I kind of like it, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I just like seeing the variety and like knowing where a couple items are for each runner, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely nice when it happens, but like the thing is, the good options are the good options for a reason, you know? There are a bunch
Yeah.
of Sphere Zero checks scattered around, you gotta go through all of them.
Hmm.
And you know, you can pick, for example, you can open South, you can open Observatory, or even do the North stuff, go for the
Yeah.
ferry or whatever, but...
I mean, my big thing for this season is because we have this unique item start with the bottles, I was really hoping to see more people do a Gorman race to GBT or GBC start, and I haven't seen it as much as I expected to.
It's really rough because there are other factors involved. For example, you're human, you're slow. I gotta start. I'm gonna put this into like a motto or something. By the way, you're human, you're slow, and you're going there. Terminal Field underwater is gonna be a peak. You're gonna be isolating Biobaba Grotto, which is not nice. And yeah, plus you're human, plus you're slow. There are other. You could go there with better items as well. You could have a hook shot or bow for Tingle. You could have anything that makes you continue all the way up to Zora Cape.
Yeah.
So I gotta say it is an okay place for early items, but all of these factors make it not a no-brainer option, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
Wait,
look at the position that Will is in.
Did Will just not take damage on the swamp or something?
Yeah, I don't know how.
Wait, what?
I think he was rolling at certain times.
No,
That
but
may have given him invincibility frames.
he just walked.
I have no idea.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, okay, Swamp Spider House, which is now a peak, not a hint anymore. Just a piece of heart.
Yeah. Interesting. And Will going straight for Bomber Kids.
So yeah, now we got something that is a distinction between, you know, the opener, which is usually a few of the same old, and the middle game divergence, or the last game searching for items. For example, Will is just taking the day 2 hide and seek here, probably is gonna do Honey and Darling as well. Which, you know, this is where you can get some divergence, because I think if you don't do immediately hide and seek, usually the best spot to go for it is on specifically night 3. So you have to have a good reason to just go back to Clocktown in the middle of nowhere, you know?
I mean, it's just astounding to me from both runners that they're not chasing their Waths. Like, Will knows Zora Cape is Wath, and he can full clear Zora Cape.
Yeah, in Will's case, yeah, he could definitely be just gunning for that Zora Cape, honestly.
Very confusing.
Honestly, I think you should just ditch all of this. To be fair,
At least for day 2, you don't need to do it.
I think you can at least finish the cycle doing Bomber's hide and seek and the fairy transformation, because you can just avoid those. But Honey and Darling, like, do you really care about it? You can reset the cycle and do it. You'll have plenty to do in this one. And the Keaton quiz, you just soar to Milk Road and do it there before entering Great Bay. But yeah, Will is in such a good spot to just go for Great Bay right away. He can even just do night 3 as soon as possible. I could have done it on the swamp part right away, or inside Biobaba Grotto or something. But he's definitely taking a thorough option here, but which I think is just... It looks a little bit inferior for me, but just in an ordering sense, not because he's overclearing. Overclearing here is kind of fine, actually.
I don't know. I think so many runners have faced so many situations where you have like a last item bottleneck and you get so stuck in, like, you know, finding certain things. But like, it is also worth noting, every once in a while you get a seed where it's just linear. Like, you can just go. You have all the items you need to get to the next thing. You do that thing, it gives you another item. So that's why I just think it's always worth chasing those Waths in case you get that kind of seed.
Will might have been attracted to this big chest here to come here early, among with the sheer density with the other stuff, but yeah, this, I don't know, could have all been done later, could all been done on night 3 and stuff.
Yeah.
By the way,
I get stressed. I always want to get those waths done.
Yeah, there's definitely a good place to do it, and I think Rush or Way of the Hero isn't that simple of an option, but here, looking really good.
Yeah. It's just, I've never seen a situation where you get both items you need to full clear a wath area back to back. I can't think of another time I've seen that kind of thing.
And yeah, if you want a little bit of divergence, Volc is now going for the Mist Rotoswamp items. You know what? From the Ocarina of Time Overworld Movement playbook, he could just go Graveyard from here. You just take Epona and go all the way without a extra Sword. I wonder if he wants to take the chance and do that.
I think that's a great play.
It definitely works well, but you gotta wonder what is gonna be in Zora Cape. Maybe your Arcana entries there, maybe straight up a Goron Mask.
Yeah. Also, Will having a unique situation here where you actually want to write down the bomber's code.
What was the item? It was like
Ocean Title Deed.
Oh yeah, that definitely. Immediately go 2, 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, 6, 7
Right.
on the tracker. I think it's really funny because you don't even need to write that it's on Bomber's Heart. You just write it. You just write the number, like straight up the number.
Okay, not picking up that bean. That's fine.
I have a great fairy mask. I was thinking about that item on Volc
They are gonna pick up the bean.
I mean, I guess you buy it. It is. You know what? It is relevant because it is a bean slot.
Yeah.
I mean. Yeah, I think just for the bean slot, I guess you grab it, but okay, no, it might just be redundant because it is on a tingle, super easy to do, and you're not gonna have you can't just buy it from the regular Deku. I mean, you could if you got Deku and would not go to Palace. Okay, I'm overthinking this. I'm gonna go right away and say it.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it matters for logic, but execution-wise, if you have to do Great Bay Coast Ledge, you have bombs already, so it doesn't matter. And what are the chances that in this cycle you're gonna go all the way up to Stone Tower? You know?
Yeah, pretty slim. I mean, at this point, you would still need Elegy. Oh no, those frickin' monkeys.
Volc is taking a farm here. It is a good place for rupees, but it's such
a while.
It's such an out of place play from here. But I guess it ensures that you get bank done. But
yeah,
it's always rough to go for this individually, especially having checked so much stuff as he did.
I think Will might be doing the plan that we were talking about. Actually, I think Will might be going to Graveyard after this.
The play that definitely looks a lot better with this chest here.
Oh god. Lens.
Okay, I take it back. It looks a little bit worse because it was lens. Okay.
Never mind. Going Cape. Okay.
Sorry. When we were talking about the Great Bay entry, this here was a OTR style movement play to go to Graveyard. But it is also a good play in that terms to just enter Great Bay in our Way of the Hero location.
Yes.
I guess Will is just doing that.
I want to see the item. I want it to be on Beavers.
That is true, wow.
I really want Beavers.
You know what?
We did have a Beaver seed earlier in the season.
I don't think I've been in this situation, or I just didn't care about it, honestly. But
yeah,
do you play around that or in any shape or form? Like, go all the way to the underwater chest, and then go back, do the grotto, and then the other checks first, and finish on Beavers? You would have to do like first here too, which is absolutely foul.
Yeah, true.
I don't think you do
I don't know how
this.
you do
I think you just do the regular route and then backtrack to beavers if you don't get anything.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think this early on, I think beavers is fine. Because you're not really, like, taking a gamble. It's early enough where, like, it's not really going to change a lot.
Right, so Volc did get a fairy, and that 100 rupees doesn't look so good when he farmed that much in the swamp spider. I mean, the swamp archery location.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess Volc here is also taking a pit stop for a more thorough clear. His density got a little. His density got a little bit hindered because he just got the East Clock Town chest earlier. Would like to see, for example, maybe he takes a... Oh, nice cutscene overlap. Wait, is Single gonna be there after this fades out?
I don't think so. Because I think it's a cutscene at the end. Yep.
Yeah, so you do this in the opposite order. You pop the Majora balloon and then pop Tingle. No, wait, no. You pop Tingle and then the Majora balloon, but you don't talk to the guys. Well, it's really hard to explain not playing.
Yeah. Oh, I guess Volc didn't check that before. He went straight to Observatory.
Oh, Oh yeah, I saw that, but I thought he had just done it in another... Another look.
No, he just went immediately there. But finding out about that easy money, which is good. I mean, you got 120 bucks on the ferry, and then you can get 100 more from Tingle. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that Tingle is definitely worth at least writing it down. You never know when the bank situation is gonna be shallow. Ferry's really good too. So yeah, Volc also had a chance to take a graveyard trip here, but will not do it.
Yeah, but I mean, he now has the same kind of items that Will has, so hopefully he'll go for Cape as well. Once finishing up this bomber cycle.
He will have to take a Sora here, so sequencing-wise, it's, you know, very... It looks a little bit clunky, to say the least, and here he's at the north exit. He could do graveyard from here. I don't know, let's just see the option he picks, really.
Also, I don't want to scare anyone, but we're over a half hour in with no bow. Again.
Got a repeated Goron race and a big chest in the first Cape one. Speaking of bow, wait, let's see Will picking up this item first, and then...
Yeah.
Oh, first Gossip's Grotto for Volc, by the way.
Oh, there we go. Oh, then he'll get his Cape Waff. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. He might just...
Maybe
he doubles back from here, Source Suit. Yeah, okay.
Wait, I'm sorry. My stream, like, glitched out. What did Will get?
It's just bombs. I thought you were laughing about that, honestly.
No, I'm sorry. It's just, it looked like he opened the chest and then he walked away. So I was just really confused. And Will going for beavers. Hell yeah.
Confirmed, not hinted, by the way, so this play makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. I think this is a great play. I think you're this early into a seed. You're not super concerned about time loss. You're just really concerned about full clearing.
I don't like this at all, but I'll be positive about it. It is where the hero location. It is confirmed and hinted, so it's the most justifiable beavers will ever get.
Yeah. I mostly just think, like, it's in a Waff location, and you don't want to have to come back for it.
Alright, so we're speaking divergence here. Volc is just holding on to whatever time of day it is, instead of jumping to night 3 or whatever. Yeah. And he's taking a PF trip, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you get eggs done... Actually, no, he can't do eggs. Because he doesn't have a bow, doesn't have Deku Bubbles.
Yeah, that is the biggest issue so far for holding on to eggs in this particular cycle. But he does have 2 bottles only, so it is a spot where he can just say screw it and take the second trip as a given.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad play to just go in here, get 2 eggs, and then just come back later for the rest. But it's kind of a gamble to do this first cycle.
Yeah, when it comes to the way of the hero, I don't think there's a way you go here before Cape first, really, because the way of the hero hints, you could just have your bow, you know?
Yeah, I mean, my goal is pretty much always to get eggs done second cycle, just because it's so much more likely you have the items that you need.
Yeah, and there's the bottle fetching stuff. You know, and this is a recurring subject too. When there's a simple route to follow here, and it's usually good, and it is good in this spot for sure.
Acquired beavers.
So
Beavers
far,
give us
right?
our magic.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's not way of the hero yet, because there could be another magic, there could be another wallet, but looking good.
Well,
it is technically
unfortunate fighting here.
It is. Oh, dude! If Volc was playing around Ladder to Cafe, he could have done this as the third bottle for Pinnacle Rock.
Oh, that's so true.
I did not think about this at all at the very beginning of the seed, but it.
Yeah, but he can't do it now though.
When it comes to creative routing, I don't know if you just. It could have been a thing to do Ladder to Cafe item 1 just for a Chateau bottle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, this is gonna age so well. You know what? Will might end up doing this because you can also have a Chateau sale for Bank in the future.
Yeah.
I wonder if Will is gonna get to do all of that, honestly. It would be crazy if it happens. So yeah, on our way to hero candidates, we got a Moons tier as well in the like.
Yeah. Even more fun options.
So I guess our way to hero currently is Wallet for Magic, question mark, so far. Moons tier, question mark.
I also just want to
point out... Zora, by the way.
I also just want to point out there's an easier way to do what Will's doing right now. The platform he's on right now, you can just get to that from the water.
And he could have just done the little mask trick, or...
Yeah. There's a way that you can have the Zora stand on like the bottom right corner of that platform.
Wait, one of the highest ones? Maybe I never saw this.
And he'll just hop up. And a bow! Well, that's
question mark?
We'll have to track our other bows.
Between the bow and the magic and whatever is in Moon's tier, one of them is gonna be strictly required. At least we have that information, because this was a full clear of Cape.
We have stacked Woths today. We got Road to Southern Swamp with bow, hookshot, and Zora. We got Zora Cape with bow and magic. And Deku in Pirate's Fortress.
Volc was having a little bit of trouble at the tank chest, but taking a sword from here is
understandably. That guy sucks. I really hate that check if you don't have magic.
Alright, we open up our options here. And speaking of time of day, at least on Volc's side, he can just do a massive perpetual cycle 1 here. Really getting into the OTR lifestyle of not caring about any of the Majora issues. By the way, this is secretly good because I wonder if Will wants to do eggs right away here, because you are technically playing around the curiosity shop item being required. Not a joke, by the way.
Oh my god, and Keg.
Alright, so
why does Evan have such powerful explosives?
This is not a song item hunt anymore because a mirror shield is not required. Kind of a comfy situation for sure.
Yeah, I think the bigger situation is really just where is our other required song? Or where's the other unrequired song, I guess. Okay, Moon's tier is nothing.
So it is confirmed either the bow or the wallet for Oh, okay, no, it could be Scrubber location. Get your hopes up.
I don't know, man.
Wait, it could very well be. We're missing only one item for Scrubber location.
Yeah, true. Especially now that we have the bow as well.
Okay, we were talking about the...
Oh, wow, he's really planning ahead.
Yeah, I don't know, loading the potion is a little bit... Oh, no, he knows he's gonna get the magic. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, so he's gonna do the graveyard entry from here. He knows he's gonna get a magic, so he got the potion for the invisible soldier. He's gonna get 40 rupees from the tree and be able to buy the magic.
This is really good routing from Will.
It's falling into his lap, like, very well. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Volc is now gonna take the graveyard trip. Will be doing a little bit icy.
Cape. Will is doing all this before checking Cape. They went to Pirate's Fortress, they're going to Graveyard, all before going to their Wath Zora Cape.
Yeah, this is not exactly the time to be going off traditional here, really.
Yeah. I mean, I understand time of day and wanting to get it done, you know, before second night ends. But, man, you got plenty of time.
Yeah, the night is really long, huh?
Yeah.
I have to go this far.
I mean, he could easily still get beavers done in this time, which is also not a time lock check. It's not like Honey and Darling or some of the other, you know, mini games. You can just do it whenever you feel like it. But Volc getting to Graveyard first, so we'll get a little sneak peek on what's happening in here. Heading all the way back to Kita first, good move.
Yeah, it's usually the standard here.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna enter Icona, at least not on the face of it.
Right. I mean, there's a chance we get our Akana access here. Nope, just a frog.
But yeah, the seed opened up a little bit right now. I wonder if they're thinking about an early go mode situation or something like that, because it could very well happen, or we could be here for a while for sure. Between the Deku stuff available, you know?
I'm scared to say it. I'm not gonna say the J word, but like, I do think we're in for a pretty comfy seed. We don't need Mirror Shield. We have our other two song items. We do still need, like, every elemental arrow, but we have so much more progression in front of us.
Only need 2 of them.
Yes, the J word is Jellicle. This is a really Jellicle seed.
So... I was thinking here... Maybe doing the Deku stuff first, but I don't know. Graveyard here is good too.
Yeah, I depending on like time of day, I think they have to do Graveyard right now for time of day. But I would love to go do Deku first, see if I get Sonata from Deku.
Yeah, you know what? That might be good enough.
Like, it's not a necessity, but I'd like it.
Okay, so the traditional route here, quote-unquote traditional, you know, I think would be Night 3 doing all the cape stuff and then Song of Time out of it. But right now, as played, both runners are in a spot to just play a perpetual cycle. I think Volc, just because he's just rolling with it, and Will because, like, with that much... Will hasn't gotten the Deku right, but he has a whole eggs ahead of him. He might be thinking about holding on to it because of Curiosity Shop.
Yeah. I mean, if I were Will at this point, I would probably just go to Night 3 right now.
Like, as much as, you know, that magic or that bow, one of those, it has to be the first one, realistically. But you gotta think about the Wally Way of the hero, too.
Will almost nailing the swag strats.
Yeah, that last recoil, I think it has to be done, like, really immediately.
Yeah.
It's like so when this track goes wrong, it really goes wrong. You can just bomb recoil and do a bat recoil.
Yeah, but I mean, once you've committed, you gotta stick with it. Will doesn't have a choice at this point. He's tried it, so now he has to nail it. There you go.
The strat is good too. Good though. It's really good execution. You can get a side hop left there, a really short one at the end, and pull the bomb right away. It's an optimization trick.
Yeah. Okay. Graveyard has Lullaby. Not that we can do anything with that right now.
So far, it's looking like the typical graveyard scam. You should be coining all these terms, by the way. Wait, he's not doing day 2 raid? What?
No, he's doing this first, and then maybe... No, he's not death warping. I thought he was going to death warp.
Oh, because he didn't want to long jump, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine. I don't think there are any swag strats to get back. It's just a regular recoil.
It's a little long jump. He's doing the... bombs on the Sculptula. Oh, he... Yeah, like day 2 grave, I don't think there's a way around it. You gotta get a robotic strat and stick with it because trying to kill enemies and go with it, it's like the bats are just gonna bounce you around like crazy.
Yeah, I mean I'm fine with just the double recoil.
See that he didn't kill the third bat and was setting up a bomb recoil after triggering the bat, thinking it's fine, nothing's gonna happen, surely. That's not how Day 2 Grave works. Day 2 Grave just gets into you and it doesn't exit.
But like, no bow, no magic, you don't have the easiest options to get through here.
Yeah, no bow is definitely tough, because the bow strat is actually really comfy. You just snipe the 2 Sculptulas blind and go with it.
It's very easy.
That's why the Why You So Epic recoils that Will just did are so good right now.
Yeah.
It's the jack of all trades strat, and you should definitely learn it.
Yeah, it's very, very helpful to learn if you have low items.
Very easy and consistent, by the way.
Yeah.
Even though it didn't look like it at first.
I will say, I'm likely not going to learn it myself, just because I'm only going to come here with bombs anyway. There's no reason to go to that side if you don't have bombs.
Oh no, definitely learn it. I'm gonna give you a whole playbook of it. Do not skip on learning it. Do not try to do it with bombs, winging it. It's not good.
No, I mean...
At least not a lot of hyper consistent as the Why So Epic strat is.
That's very true.
Get a soar from both of them to maybe the same location, huh?
Most likely. Whoop, or not. Will go to ranch? Oh, never mind, clock down. This is still surprising.
A little clock town trip out of nowhere. I wonder why. Like town archery or something?
I guess town archery? Like that's the only thing that really makes sense for this timing.
It's looking like way too much back and forth, but I guess he wants to do Honey and Darling too.
Yeah, he never did Honey and Darling.
The thing is, you can push so much for the next cycle here. Maybe
Volc
you just...
Volc yeeting himself into that. like...
Yeah, boom, I got your sword. I mean your shield.
Yeah.
Just bombing the lifelike.
Yeah.
This looks very cathartic, or whatever the word is. It's just bombing the life.
Absolutely. But also, I mean, at this point, I think I would probably go ranch before clearing East Clocktown. We only have one Foolish right now.
That is true. One Foolish, and we have a way of the hero missing, right?
Yeah.
I was looking at it earlier, and yeah, this kind of like okay, if the seed looks like it's gonna finish soon, you really want to just waste a ranch trip, but it has to be like right now. And I don't know, I think from here on, you do have both options, really. Skipping ranch wouldn't be so bad, you already have the keg.
Yeah, I mean, both options are fine, but like I said before, oh wait, we do have another Foolish. We have Sewer Foolish.
Oh, that is true, that is true.
So you're just looking for one Foolish, one Wath. Yay, I guess that would make me prioritize ranch a little less.
Yeah, that last swath can be very, very handy, but this is a situation where you still have North to do. You still have eggs on Will's side. He will have the Deku Loop once he gets in PF Interior, and you will have probably one temple out of the songs that all the songs you're getting from Deku from eggs. So you might just bank on, alright, I'm gonna get Goron Mask at some point, I'm gonna get a ranch trip, and maybe, you know, go mode or not out of the last way of the hero. You just roll with it, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But taking the safe clear here is also not, you know, I think it's justifiable to say the least. And in Will's case, he, like, judging by him going here of all things, I'm starting to think he is playing around double wallet. I don't know if I'm inside his brain or not, but judging by the perpetual cycle here, it has to be the justification. There's no way around it. Or he's just going. He just wants to overclear because he wants to overclear.
Yeah. I mean, if I were on Will's side, I would definitely be trying to rush Night 3. Just check that Curiosity Shop and be done with this cycle.
Yeah, and on Volc's screen, this is looking very weird because he just bailed after doing the just getting a boost here. And like, he left Underwater Chest behind and the Owl, which doesn't make sense. And left Beavers in this case.
That means he didn't get his bow!
By the way, given how Beavers is wallet for magic, I thought of that earlier, but I didn't say anything. But we could be looking at Volc skipping Beavers and just saying, "All right, it's the bow. Screw it,"
Absolutely.
and he not having magic for a while.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about. Like, you have a convenient time to go check Beavers really early in the seed. You might as well just get it done.
Like, just doing Toilet Hand here out of nowhere, it's very sketchy, because, I don't know, did he do a whole Clock Town trip just for Moonseer and this? This is a lot of soaring. This is why you should be grouping things together for later, especially Clock Town stuff in Majora, because this is a lot of going back and forth for Volc here. It doesn't look good optimization-wise.
Yeah. Whereas Will is going to be able to get all their eggs done at once, even if it's only 2 bottle eggs.
Yeah, I think Will definitely did a lot of soaring back and forth, a lot of over clearing, but I think it's definitely less than Volc right now. He's on a much straighter line than Volc, and going on a straight line is usually a good sign, you know. You definitely want to put yourself in those positions where you're just walking forward as much as you can.
Right. Okay, now Volc is going back for that chest. So now they'll get their bow and never see a beaver again.
You know what? Given that it's the bow, I think doing beavers here is very adequate, and I think you should always be doing it. But if it's a strictly required item, I think you might skip beavers and lose this race. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me, but I don't know, man.
I would be shocked if he comes back for beavers. I can't think of many runners that would in this situation.
Yeah, I don't...
It's such an unfortunate trap.
Not going for Zora Hall either. Oh, wow.
I mean, there's only one check they can do in Zora Hall right now. So I could understand wanting to prioritize other things.
Yeah, I don't. This is not part of the traditional Majora flow chart playbook here for sure, because like Zora Hall is just so bad to go back to. Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna really wait until you have the title deed or fire arrows to go back? It's one check that is in logic, and another one you can just do.
Right. And
plus,
regardless of if we need it or not, but it is keg, which is good to know where that thing is.
Yeah, results-wise, we're seeing the signs here. Plus, the other thing is, you have to soar out anyway. Soaring like that from an owl is usually so bad, you know. It's usually you want to do some stuff afterwards. You want to make the trip worth it. And going all the way up to Evan is it's at the very least a good excuse, you know.
Yeah. I mean, sure, you're not doing much, but you're making the trip worth it.
Yeah, I be talking a lot here about these small things, but if you wanna get into the mind of why do Majora runners do the same things every time, even the simpler ones, I'm explaining a lot of them right now. Even just going all the way to Zora Hall, there's like a 1,000-page essay on my end.
Right. I will also say, like, it's so much easier to talk about this stuff when you're just watching instead of when you're playing.
Yeah, definitely. When I'm playing and talking, I'm gonna talk about the routing process a lot more. Not
Yeah.
you know, the Majora 101 basics or whatever.
But I do really like that Volc got their bow, and now they're immediately going back to finish up eggs. I think that's a good idea, at least. Because, like, if you're gonna start eggs, you gotta finish it. Like, you gotta see it through.
Oh yeah, from here it's basically no way home situation. And unfortunately, Will is not gonna stumble upon the Cafe Quest #1 Chateau Romani. Not gonna sell it. The dream is over. It's just over.
Yeah, it's just dead forever.
Oh, I love this strat. I never remember it. The side hop jump slash to roof skip.
Yeah. I usually just go for the Zora jump. And a big chest here, too. Hey, Great Fairy Sword. That's helpful.
Alright, no, hindsight's 2020, but imagine going here before a graveyard, huh? You would have a better sword.
That's very true.
Graveyard scam, graveyard scam.
But you had to go there.
I love the graveyard scam thing. I'm never gonna let it go. I'm sorry if whoever is annoyed by it.
No, it's funny. But, I mean, that's also kind of the problem with this game in particular. Not as much with OOT, because so many songs are so helpful in that one. But in this one, like, songs are required and they're helpful, but, like, Lullaby doesn't do anything for us right now. The only song that would have helped us when we went to Graveyard would have been Sonata.
Yeah, so songs still dictate a lot of the Majora basic ordering. I think especially from the mid game on. But yeah, you have a situation where you have an earlier graveyard to do, and it's like, oh my god, song location, rush, 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 rush progression. But it's like, you think about it for 2 seconds and like, what is doing this early gonna benefit me, really? It can get like healing for your bottleneck, Sonata for your bottleneck, either the Temple or Kita, or just straight up an item there. But, you know, there are other variables you can think of, you know? It's not a clear-cut decision situation for sure.
Yeah. And also, happy 1 hour to everyone. Thank you to our restreamer putting everybody's ats in chat. Obviously, we have our amazing runners today, Will and Volc, putting on a very good show for us. We have this game being tracked by new IT guy and Alley Oops. Of course, running everything and keeping all of this alive is VT Slacker, our restreamer. And in the booth with me, I have Beck, one of our very, very revered runners within the MMR community, and myself, the Painapple.
This was a loaded 1 hour, I gotta say. This was,
it really was
so full of stuff.
But, I mean, now we've seen a pretty big slowdown. But I think that's also because neither runner is going to Deku Palace, which, in my mind, has to have our next kind of progression.
Well, take back your words right now, because we're gonna see a Palace here.
Yeah, and I think Volc is trying to go here, maybe to get another bottle before going to PR.
Yeah, now there's a situation where, what are the other 300 locations you go for PR? Obviously, just Palace
also,
would fall as a given.
Volc also not taking damage.
It's fine, I think I'm just stupid, because how have I never figured this out? I think he's just roll spamming or something.
I don't understand.
Holy crap.
But they were both able to do it.
I think I've been lying to myself all these years.
I believe so, Cole. I believe this is the newest beta.
Oh, there was a new beta. What?
I mean, it's not super new. I think it's a couple weeks old now.
No, it's this morning.
Oh, it's this morning. Never mind. Yeah, it just came out this morning.
I think there are no differences. I don't even know the version they're playing it, and yeah, it's just a few extra gimmicks.
Yeah, but they are based on damage sources, so maybe that changed it a bit?
No, it's an option you have to toggle. The more damages gimmick for the
Okay.
challenging hearts.
Yeah.
On standard it changed
Kind
nothing.
of thing.
But yeah, we're seeing a Deku loop here from Volc, and I suspect we're gonna get another one from Will too. I don't think he's gonna be too fond of taking a 2-bottle PR. Or not. Oh, this is perfect for Will. He can do Ocean Spider House chest here. It's the only way you're gonna route it semi-efficiently. Because you want to soar for the bottle, and no, it's just Pinnacle Rock. Yeah, okay. Volc could have done the same thing, by the way, because he wasn't. He did chuck the eggs.
Yeah.
I mean, they could do that after getting the song. It's not over, but I don't know, man. Could have taken the thing here, you know. If you go Palace early and it's healing, you can heal Mikau after finishing eggs too. Volc is gonna have a chance to do that, but Will, you know, you're over clearing, but clearly not that much. I'm gonna say, you know, kind of. Also, I was thinking about the range trip, which Will just brushed off because of the not gonna have time of day anymore. So yeah, I think in I don't know, like usually I like to. There are a few things where you want to do one thing or the other, right? So in Will's case, I think if you decided to over clear, I think it was in a good pace to do so, but he definitely should have done ranch. At that point, you know, just go for the one bottle or whatever item on the dog race roof. Go for all the hints. Just do it all if you want to do it. But this thing where he, you know, he took a sword here for a clock town, he took another sword for a clock town later, but he's not gonna do ranch. It's like at that point, you should have just skipped everything and done everything on the second cycle together. If you didn't go mode before, right?
Yeah, and the monkey giving us elegy, not the most helpful.
It's the average songs randomizer randomized first moment, but yeah, it is what it is.
Man. But hey, still could get something in Woodfall, who knows?
You know what? The dream of being chest first cycle is not over.
Yeah, that's true.
At that point I was meaning, but at least on Will's side, I don't think he's gonna go that far unless he decides to invert at one point, but who knows on Volc's side, honestly.
Yeah, there's a chance.
At this point, it can have Fire Arrow and Goron Mask, surprisingly.
Yeah, it absolutely could.
Usually we're down to such few options when climbing the tower, but here, it's a lot of stuff is alive, too.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
a big
more
possibility.
The shame we're not gonna have Deku on the bean chests, because it can happen, but it is what it is.
But also, I mean, this is also making eggs much more likely to be something helpful for us. Because all of our useful songs now have to be on eggs. Either Sonata, New Wave, or Healing. Oh no, unless it's Oath. That could be really bad. Not that it's like terrible, it just doesn't help us right now.
Yeah, at this point we just want to see a cute song just to keep things going. Right. But yeah. Just from here, what else do they have to do? They have like North and maybe bad checks or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, North is not exactly what you want to see right now, especially when you have Lens.
Yeah, it is a bunch of checks, but not that many. It's uneventful location, kind of.
And it just feels bad going there without Goron.
Speaking of going there without Goron, maybe we're gonna see that on Volc's side.
Maybe.
Gonna make sure he's do the Stumpy first. You know what? I don't hate this at all because of the like 2 PR trips. Really, this is where I start talking badly about eggs because of this type of situation where you either take the 2 PR trips or you take a human north.
Yeah.
But it's I think if you decide to go human north here, it's whatever. And Volk was just trying to snipe the chest, so we'll do the 2 PR trips most likely.
Yeah. I mean, I think this. I think Will has it right. I think this song, whatever it is going to help us with whatever our progression is.
I don't want to see New Wave.
You don't want to see a vanilla ice arrows?
Nah, that's amateur stuff. I want to see either Fires or Goron, or I want to see the guaranteed double dip.
Yeah.
No ice arrow in GBT, no French vanilla. That's the easy stuff.
We could have a fire arrow in GBT for ice arrows in the hot spring grotto.
Yeah, pretty much. Just makes you do extra work,
Yeah. Especially because without Goron, we don't even have access to hot spring water. But it is also interesting to me, like, we have access to another bottle. It's just a frustrating way to get another bottle.
Yeah, you would just have to... You would have had to think so far ahead, or just be on a next cycle, basically.
Oh no, it's just
Yeah, songs led us nowhere. He's gonna go north, likely.
Okay, but Will is going to check Ocean Spider House chest in the meantime. Or not check, they're gonna get their light arrows.
Yeah, it is the time to do so, for sure.
Yeah,
Not gonna
like
get punished out of healing either.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna see finally the rare cycle end by Will.
Yes.
Also, look at Volc's side. He's just doing the eels with the boomerangs, meaning he didn't beat because he doesn't have magic. And how far is that gonna go? How far is that gonna take him?
Also, I'm sorry, Majoria Gaming. There is no Skull Kid song in these settings. We swapped out Skull Kid's song for eggs.
It is Easter, so we gave him a vacation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for Volc here, he has to get to a spot, I mean both of them of course, where they're bottlenecked specifically by magic.
Yeah.
Which would, would get him to do some extra checks, and then maybe, maybe it's the time to prioritize the full clear WAF, even though it's just one annoying minigame.
Yeah.
You would have to get in that situation. And honestly, I don't think that situation is much farther from where we're at right now. Because, magic leads you to so much stuff. It leads you to Upper Ikana. You can't even do Shrine without magic. That's how dry the situation is.
Yeah.
And given how much the game was cleared already, how much the game will cleared specifically.
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
it's not like he can get that much advantage by, Volc taking a extra few steps to get to that magic.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's still a lot of time lost on Volc's side because he just went around Clocktown and Termina so much, so I think that's inevitable. But I don't think it's the end of the world if he quote unquote last locates the wallet for magic.
I don't know what it's gonna take for him to go back for beavers, because it is starting to look more and more like it's hard locked.
I don't think it takes much, but he can definitely do some weird plays, such as out of logic Ikana or whatever, if he gets the chance to do so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think going back to beavers is that out of the question soon enough, but it's definitely not that simple, in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh my god, and we're gonna see the staff room chest. Which we haven't seen
1 hour
yet.
12 in, huh? 1 hour 13.
Wow.
I'm not a fan of perpetual first cycles, but it's definitely entertaining when it happens.
Yeah. I am kind of hoping that Will is going to deposit those rupees as well. We've seen a lot of games recently make or break with that bank.
And he's gonna fish for more money here, and then wow,
big payout.
That's perfection, because he has to peek the curiosity item here too.
Yeah. I do think at this point we're going to be really cursed if Letter to Mama gets us anything. With the Cafe Mask being on Postman.
Oh, he already peeked it? Wow, I should be... maybe watching more.
There's a lot to watch. Both of our runners have diverged so much at this point. Which is what you want to see on a restream.
I think I lose myself into talking that these things sometimes slip.
Yeah.
But on Volc's side, confirmed not doing wrench on day 3 either.
Yeah.
It's reaching a point where it might actually have one of our checks, because this is just north here and it's over.
Right.
A lot of checks, but not that many really. Will has a whole Deku loop ahead of him, and I think because of the bomb situation, maybe he should go north first. Although taking a sword here isn't bad. It kind of sucks that we know Goron is not there, but he could be playing around that specifically. But yeah. Palace without bombs is gonna suck.
I mean, when Volc went through, they didn't even do bomb strats. Not everyone chooses to do it, I guess.
Oh, if you can't do it, you always choose yes, for sure.
Yeah. Which is kind of surprising, because Volc is a Udo runner, so ground jumps are kind of a staple in there.
Yeah, the rare ground jump stuff. Okay, this is bugged!
Yeah, this is for sure
bugged! They're not taking any damage!
Yeah.
Hello? I guess it became a feature for this match, huh?
Yeah, apparently.
Poison Water is just bugged.
That's okay. Our very talented coders, I'm sure, will take care of it very soon. Will with a very nice jump slash strats there, though. Well, that's very exciting. We get to see a bug first thing on Restream.
It's some beta testing for sure.
Yeah. Hey, but this is why we beta test, you know? And this is a great tournament to test out a lot of these things.
Well, I think we're finally reaching a sort of convergence point here after Volc gets done with the cycle and goes north, and Will as well. Volc still has to do beavers. I mean, has to. Maybe there's a miracle he doesn't.
Yeah.
Has to do beavers.
Also, Will didn't get caught.
Wait,
standing right in front of him.
He didn't? Didn't he get caught at first? Oh.
Yeah, but he got stuck between the two, and he was at, I guess, like a weird angle for one of them. So he somehow didn't get caught there.
Yeah, I have to see it, because, you know, there are ranges to these guys, but...
Right.
I don't know, man. With that poison water, I don't trust anything anymore. I'm full skeptical. I have to grab my tinfoil here real quick.
I don't know, man. This isn't even a tinfoil hat moment. This is just evidence.
We're seeing from Volc something that is unusual, which is actually asking for part of the code. Okay, he got busted.
Yeah.
Was the Deku looking at him? I don't know, man.
Some of the guards are doing their jobs. It just seems like not all of them.
Did Zoe just underpay some of them for 0.6 beta?
Did they what? Sorry?
Did Zoe just underpay some of them?
It seems like it. I think some of them put in their notice. And they're just like, screw it, man. I'm out of here in 2 weeks anyway. I don't care.
Imagine if the Deku guards did a strike on this place. I want this to happen.
I mean, it's a really boring job. No one ever comes through except for this one guy.
This should have a modern adaptation where these guards would be on their phones, they would be taking a smoke.
Yeah, for sure. If fire arrows are in here, they just use the fire arrow to light up a cigarette.
They have torches, right? At night. Oh my god, it's gonna become a... What's the name? The box? The smoke box or whatever? I'm not American.
I'm not sure. Man.
You know, just on the right, on the left side, there's nobody. On the right side, you see like 6 Dekus at the end. They're just smoking one. They don't even care if you enter the grotto and they see it.
Oh my god. I mean, there are some other stealth games where like you get the guards to move around so you can get through. I think that'd be a great way to adapt Majora's Mask. If it ever gets like a Final Fantasy VII style remake.
Oh my god. Okay, this subject was fun, but we're moving on. Talking about the next thing. What if the hip loops made a strike too? Oh, I would love it.
I don't understand what the hip loops are. They seem more like guard dogs.
I call them beetles because I refuse to call anything by its own name in these games.
Yeah.
Even though I just like an exception.
Yeah. Well, they're from the like top-down Zelda.
Has to have some continuity. Also, bomb drop there. Will didn't...
Opting to not go for it.
You gotta react fast, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I would really go for that, especially since you have North open right now.
You know what? This, holy crap, that was true. This might cost Will.
Yeah. You're gonna have to search around for bombs.
The rare hip loop bomb drop punishing Will? Like, are you serious? Is this what we're coming down to? Oh, he's gonna do... Oh, it was Swamp Archery first, I guess. Yes. You can farm money from bank. This is not bad, by the way.
Yeah, and they are really close to bank, too. They're at least within 100 away.
Apparently, Volc is doing Keaton quiz. Maybe he didn't do it earlier?
No, Will rushed it really early.
Thankfully won't punish him. Yeah, Will is just, you know, full clear with the hero, I guess. And in this case, the other location you have kinda... It doesn't suck, but it's not ideal.
I mean, okay. Like, we've seen how stacked these Wath locations are today. I think this absolutely makes sense.
You know what Will can do? He can just exit here, doing regular Termina Field movement to stroll into a lot of, you know, grass patches, trying to get the bombs that he didn't get from the hip loop drop.
Right.
So, you know, I guess I would call this routing for sure.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, something that I don't think it was noticed here. I noticed well into the race. You know that the South Clocktown Tower item is the arrow drop?
What? Is that all that's up there?
It has been there the whole time. Will didn't get it, by the way. For when you reset cycle and go north, this is so insane to have.
Also, Will is just nailing the Swamp Archery. That was a very good score.
Alright, this is Volc getting punished a little bit more. He has to do the Biobaba completely individually from here. I think he's gonna do north afterwards, so it kinda... It's a little bit of routing in terms of overworld, but... Always sucks to have to do this.
I mean, going north will also help us confirm what our Wath was in Cape.
Wait, it already confirms it, right? Because... I think it does, unless Wait, Gossips is not even available. Boas just confirms we're the hero, right?
Yeah, I think you're right, because everything else that we have access to is going to be locked behind Bo.
I mean, Will knows that, but Volc technically doesn't know. But I guess he assumes so because he's not going to go for Beavers, which is the only other check in logic from here, right?
I mean, the point I'm trying to make is, if we find a wallet or our other magic in North, then that confirms that we don't need beavers.
Yeah, not needing beavers would definitely be nice. But yeah,
Yeah.
as far as our bow, it is the only bow here. Oh my god, Volc might just be toasted from here. You gotta hope that he finds another magic.
Yeah.
Even if it's some OTR out of logic play, which wouldn't be so bad right now, results-wise.
Bank 2, nothing. Bank 2 is just a whole lot of love.
God, you
We'll see if we
hate
get a new
love.
hint. Seahorse is still dead, nothing exciting.
Oh,
Is
speaking
this
of
also-
thoroughness.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I know, I was
Oh,
just
yeah.
gonna see the playground here. Day 1,
Day
nonetheless.
1? No!
I mean-
Day 1 is a nightmare.
Yeah, it takes a long time, but yeah, when it comes to the available checks, this is it, quite literally.
And it's good routing, it's on your way to north. Is that Blast Mask on Hugo?
I think it is.
It looked really weird.
Looks like a bomb drop, but a little bit off. Might be the
Yeah.
little scroll drawing.
No, we have all our bomb bags, so it can't be another bomb.
There aren't bomb drops in the pool, right? It has to be Blast Mask. I mean, I played this game for a while, and I suddenly don't know that.
I know there are bomb chew drops. I don't think that there are bomb drops in the pool. Okay, well this... No, Will, just go for it. More reasons that Day 1 playground sucks. Ice arrows! We have a required swamp title deed. No, Volc, talk to him as a Deku. Talk to him as a Deku.
You
Oh
want
my
to see
God.
if scrubber location is required? Come on.
Nah, silver rupee.
It's just
But
a title
we-
deed.
We know we need swamp title deed now. So now the only other thing we're looking for Arcana access and fires.
Okay, swamp title deed is gonna be here, right? It's literally gonna be here. I mean, I don't think so because you have to know how the seed opens up, and one of them is Ikana, but it has to
Yeah.
be climbing the tower because Ikana Canyon itself doesn't have anything. I mean, it could open to Shrine, right? So yeah, some title
Yeah,
deed
it
might
could be
just be
Shrine.
here, but it's looking like it's gonna be the Goron mask,
Yeah,
and looking like is not enough when it comes to predicting this game.
because I feel like we need a song.
Yeah, but our song
Our
spots.
only
right?
access is Goron. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, Volc.
It's getting extenders. The seed is being funny.
I mean, to be fair, they're on Day 1. Like, pretty easy to check. Here we go. Come on,
Yeah, it's fine.
Goron. There we go.
You know, it's at this point, this is like MMR version of vanilla. Goron mask being inside landscape.
Exactly. But that's pretty big for Volc. That's a really, really helpful item. If you're not
Yeah,
gonna go to
Volc-
Beavers.
Volc is quote unquote caught up, but it's entirely dependent on that Beaver's magic situation by skipping it. And if he's gonna do town archery, if he's gonna do swamp archery at one point.
Yeah, that's true. It depends what it takes for them to go back to that, though.
Yeah, if he gets bailed out of all of that, we have a race right here, definitely.
Yeah. Is that a small good? Could that be our swamp title deed? Oh my God! It's just sitting there.
Oh my god, how did you know that? That was so unpredictable,
Wow. That lazy scrub can't just like walk over to Twin Islands and go get his own damn deed. My God.
Okay, this could be a fire arrow hunt all the way to elegy stuff in Ikana from here, which is
I
funny.
really don't want that. I don't want that so badly.
Yeah, I think the simplest scenario is that it's just gonna they're just gonna get everything on the way. Snowhead Temple is gonna get everything, but who
Right.
knows?
I mean, the big thing now is what song does Goron have? That's really going to change where we go here.
Yeah, I mean, if it has Sonata, we go there because it doesn't suck. And New Wave too, because
Right.
of the Ice Arrow.
Yeah, having that ice arrow is going to be really helpful.
But otherwise, you just, I mean, you're literally full clear up to this point. There's like Smithy 1 left and Path to
Yeah.
Snowhead. But you just
It's
enter
also-
Snowhead.
It's really interesting that both runners did not opt for getting a fish or doing Scarecrow Song to get Zoe Grotto on the way.
Yeah, at least Will was in the spot to get Scarecrow. Definitely
Yeah.
should have gotten it.
New Wave. Is Volc going to go to GBT?
Oh, is he gonna do
Oh,
Evan?
man.
That's the most important part because Evan
my God,
is the
you're right.
tag.
Yes, and he
Not
has
because
time of
Evan
day.
can be required.
Oh, that could be huge. Nope,
Oh,
he's
no.
gonna go to All Night's Mask. He's gonna do All Night's Mask. No.
Volc doesn't have the
No.
magic. That's the issue, right?
Yeah, but you can still dip GBT. I mean,
Oh no,
that's
screw that.
been a required magic for other people.
I mean, okay, All Night's
Oh,
Mask
God.
stories are...
Ugh. You're just watching a disaster about to happen.
No. Hear me out. All Night's Mask stories are strictly better than GBT here because without magic, because that sucks, and you have 2 quick checks.
Does.
But afterwards, does he actually dip GBT? Like right after?
Oh my God! And
Oh.
Icona access. What?
Is there a path?
Fire Arrow Casino.
Is there a path where? Wait, why is Will climbing? He didn't get healing, right?
No, but I actually like this play. I think this is good
Wait.
because you're getting your hot spring water
Volc.
and you can just clear that whole area.
But he has fire. Oh, he does. Oh, he does have fire. Okay,
Yeah,
Volc.
you gotta-
Play a story, Volc. Play a story for 10 a.m. I mean, he's just gonna double time. It's fine.
Well, he
He's
also
not gonna
got
do the
Couples
couple dance.
Mask.
What?
Just go. Just
It's literally another checker right there.
what is happening?
Oh, come on, man.
No, he's doing okay. He's doing Deku Playground on day 2. Like that's fine.
Yeah,
the time
but
to
oh
do
my
it.
god, the couple's mask. He's not gonna go there anymore. Instead of just individually in a bad way.
Oh man.
We just want to see that magic anywhere right now.
Yeah. Honestly, like for Volk's sake, to get Volk back in the race, I really just want to see a wallet or a magic somewhere else. Like
Dude,
that's all he needs.
If that happens and Keg is not required, Volk is so good here.
Oh yeah.
but I think the chances are drying up. He's doing stuff that Will already did.
Yeah.
It was the couple's mask, I think.
I mean, it's either Keg is required or Keg is on the song, the Boss Blue Warp. Okay, well, there's one bow-locked bow.
Yeah, I gotta say, I saw Will doing the hot spring water stuff, which is our logic for Smithy. I don't necessarily like it right now because the thing with the hot spring water stuff, you can just do it early to get it out of the way, and it seems good. But it's such a what's it called? It's a play that can only go one way. It
Yeah.
either has a fire arrow or you're just dumping time.
Right.
So it's always sketchy. I think I would much rather just dip Snowhead Temple here for. Yeah, it just dips Snowhead Temple and that's it.
I mean,
Even
at least
without
in
fire
Will's
arrow.
case, you can just clear GBT.
Exactly.
You know,
And now he
I
knows
think
it's here.
I think it's invaluable to know what your song is.
Yeah. First temple here, it's definitely massive. It's a really good spot to do that. Also, you automatically, at least for now, cancel the if you get Sonata from Blue Warp, you know to not go there for Fire Arrow.
Right.
I mean, it's actually not gonna work because they will have a complete Stone Tower Temple access. Actually, Volc has it.
True.
I mean, he needs the magic.
That's very true. I mean, Will doesn't know that just yet, though.
From here on, I think Will's play is gonna be reset cycle, do Keg's song, finally get to ranch. We finally might get the way of the hero, which might solve the scene here.
I mean,
and
Volc
yeah, just do Great Bay Temple. Either go Great Bay Temple or go to the third way of the hero in case it's unknown.
But Volc has some really fortunate checks here now. He has a whole other area that he can go to now.
He doesn't, actually. Because he doesn't have magic, he doesn't have Upper Ikana, and Ikana Cannon is foolish, which would have 3 checks.
Oh, Cannon is foolish!
Cannon Foolish screws Volc here so much. It can't even have an out-of-logic magic in the lower cannon spots. That's the part that sucks. I mean, it can! No, it can't because it's foolish. It can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It could if it was if there were valid spots. It can't because.
Oh wait, no, but he has Gibdo. He can do well.
I mean, well for nice.
Nice foolish. But he doesn't have access to the blue potion, so he can only go right side.
Doesn't even have a wallet from Beavers. I mean, we can only dream of a forward well here. Forward well, even. Wow, this would be horrible. It would be a good magic snipe if it was there, but at that point, you would rather just be in Beavers.
Right. I can't stand forward. Oh my god, Volc. Do the Zora skip. No. Yeah, you're gonna every time.
Yeah, to be clear, lower Ikana, the part with the scrub and the grotto, it's not magic locked, and the Gibdo itself wasn't magic locked.
Wait.
Neither the hookshot, right? So it can't have magic here due to being foolish.
Yeah,
it just
you're
can't.
right.
You know, Bohud can have magic that's 100% on the line.
Yeah, because the All Knight's Mask, that was just in the first chest in Lens Cave. So I couldn't have anything good.
Will is gonna take care of Smithy here because he didn't have money before.
Yeah, all he had to do was just light up one of those jumpy dudes.
Actually, that was a small misstep because he did have Light Arrow to farm the Tektites, so he just soared back and forth for bank and it was unnecessary.
That's okay.
And yeah, no Fire Arrow, and might as well go to Path to Snowhead here and then looking into resetting cycle.
Oh, and Treasure Chest game with nothing.
I'm starting to think here, you don't even do Keg's song from here, right? Because if you complete Great Bay Temple, you're just free rolling on the song,
right?
And Keg just might just not be required. It's so tough because you really want to go ranch here because of the third way of the hero. You really want to get that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe just taking the song blind is not bad, but you really don't want to do the song at this point. You know what you do? You do Great Bay Temple and you hope that it's healing the Blue Warp song.
Oh, that's true. Well, I mean, you hope that in Will's situation, but Will also doesn't know that Volc doesn't have Keg. Oh, well, Volc might go get Keg now.
It's Volc's Q.
Oh, man. I wonder if that's going to make them remember Beavers as well.
I don't think it's a matter of remembering. I think it's a matter of choosing on Volc's side.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, that's what I was talking about before. Like, what has to happen on Volc's side for them to decide to do Beavers?
It basically would be a running out of items, running out of locations scenario, which might be coming up.
Yeah.
There's a half dip on Great Bay Temple here. He might take it. Smart time loss.
Will deciding to go to Snowhead.
I think that's really strange. Yeah, you're free rolling so hard on just clearing Great Bay Temple from here that I don't think this should be done.
I mean,
even though you did go to Path to Snowhead, you do reach this owl, so you want to enter here, but
yeah.
Although
it's such a long roll.
Okay, hear me out. He can just Song of Time inside at least to get out. This is a good spot at least. So you know the play is defensible in a way, but you
But it
really want.
depends if he even wants a Song of Time.
It's not even a matter of, you know, because you have to go through Path to Snowhead, you go here. You should be setting yourself up so you don't do that. For example, as soon as you get the Ice Arrow, you soar immediately for Great Bay Temple and do that. So there's no excuse when it comes to Path to Snowhead, there's no excuse on everything else.
Alright, Volk now catching up on tracker items, even if they don't have all the items they actually need.
The Freezers do take damage with the Light Arrow. That's a good way. That's a good way to do the last one because you skip a cutscene. But yeah, you can chuck bombs, you can do Zora, you can slash them, you can Goron punch, a bunch of stuff. Also, yeah, room key is a low-key good item for Will here because you can just go that to the hotel and enjoy the trip a little bit more.
Yeah. But that also is another thing that keeps them in this cycle.
It keeps in the cycle, but oh yeah, so he has to soar out from here. So kind of sucks.
We got another big item.
Oh my god. Volc, can you go here? Like right now? You know, hello Volc, spec here, commentary booth, plus 15-minute delay or whatever.
But that but that's magic locked. That's magic locked.
No, exactly, but you know, I know I know you're into OOT, so you know it's time for you to break logic. It's time for you to break the logic, baby. For what reason? I don't know. This place sucks, not gonna lie, but you will get rewarded if you come here right now.
Oh man. I mean,
yeah, it is a magic locked magic, so it sucks for Volc. That confirms the Beaver's Way of the Hero as well. It is a double item Zora Cape Way of the Hero.
Not quite yet, because we don't know where the other wallet is.
That is true. Oh my god, there are depths to this, you know.
we still have a chance. Volc still has an opportunity here.
Dog roof magic, come on, come on.
And boat archery is our last always. I think that's
the last right. One. Is it? I think I counted one last then.
Maybe still one more. Oh my god, could we have vanilla fire arrows? Well, maybe.
You know what? This is good. Oh my god, Will has he has a solid clock town bulk here. The only thing that sucks is that he's not gonna be able to do the couple's mask right away because you will be on day 3 when he gets the couple's mask because it is on the long story. I mean, it is on the long story, so he can't just advance to 10 p.m.
I mean, yeah, but the short story is the Gibdo. That's what we need.
Yeah, exactly. He's not gonna get punished for that. The punishment, no, it's even better because Couple's Mask was a Mountain Title deed which baited you further into nothing inside Zora Hall, which we saw on the Volc side.
I think the big thing is I want Will to get to Ikana Canyon. I want them to have shrine access, maybe clear out Stone Tower if they want to.
This is way too much for Great Bay Temple.
And Keg is required for Sonata.
Yeah, we got healing on the Blue Warp, or Storms, right? So
either or, yeah.
Volc has a lot of bailout spots here.
Yeah.
It is not... I'd say this is not over. Oh, it's a big chest!
And it's big. Oh, boy.
Come on.
And they don't have enough money to eat Dog Race. Come on, chest. Work with us. There we go. Pig mask.
Come on, man!
I mean, that gives them access to well, to left side well.
Still magic locked. Still awful. It's all in Woodfall Temple right now for Volc to be back in the race.
It is magic locked, but that also means that if Beavers is required, that's a way around it.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's what we're kind of hoping for, is easy out-of-logic stuff for Volc, you know?
Okay, where is Will going? Because depending on where another possible wallet is, when Volc goes back for Beavers, Will could be doing a lot of extra stuff here.
Absolutely.
I think from here you just do these hotel checks and then you bail to either Great Bay Temple or the ranch song. I don't think there's a way around it.
He does
By
still
the way,
have room key though. He's got to
do we
remember
straight
to
up
do that.
do we straight up not have the third way to hero?
Correct.
Wait a second. Can it be? Okay, hint logic hats right now. Can it be the Pohout? The Pohout?
Yeah.
What am I talking about? The Pohout hint for fire arrows specifically. Oh yeah. Another thing is it could be spring for like Zora hallway of the hero because of the CAG.
Yeah. Gold dust.
Oh, that's a dick move by the Steve. Yeah.
That's awful.
I mean, you could have played around it, but really.
Oh god. And it's too late for Will to do that now too.
Looking for money,
shame.
I think, for the treasure game. Will really wants to full clear this like as hard as he can.
He really does. I would just go to Akana.
I don't even know, like anything besides doing Great Bay Temple right here, right now. It's just it passes through my mind without consideration.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Biggest thing is just get your progression done. You finally have access to it. We're an hour 44, almost 45 in, and we have not finished a dungeon.
Right, big chest for Volc. It is a fire arrow! Oh my god. If Will gets baited into oblivion,
No!
Volc is still in the game.
Just do your progression! Just do it! This is what I've been saying this whole time. Go to your Waths, do your progression, get the stuff done.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I defend the minigame here because it's so quick. But having to get money from the minigame without first, like, you're just wasting a bunch of time for sure. That's so off progression.
But, like, all of this was pretty straightforward.
And the thing is, honestly, on Will's side, you don't want to enter Ikana here. You don't. You know why? You hit the owl. Do you just soar out of nowhere? Or you wanted to do a little something extra?
I mean, okay, here's the thing.
Okay. Hold on, it's good. Because Will here has a Stone Tower Temple full clear, which is good.
Yes, exactly. That's my thought. You can.
We will be biased here. We will be biased because we know Fire Arrow is inside Woodfall Temple. There's no way around it. But from a runner's point of view perspective, this is good. Yeah, entering here is okay. You know what? Will's play is fine.
I think it's okay. But it's only okay if they actually clear Stone Tower. Like, the focus right now really should be finding out what songs you need.
Which involves clearing a temple, and he's on the path to do so. I think, okay, it's fine as played because he didn't want to isolate treasure chest game. But the thing is, he could have planned for that much sooner, which would mean all the way in Mountain Village when he should have been getting money for Smithy using the light arrow. He should have gotten a whole 150, if not the whole 200.
Yeah.
That would have saved him this weird going back to withdraw money for the minigame.
Nice. Very quick.
But yeah, as played, I've been yapping about the going Great Bay Temple, just go Great Bay Temple, go Great Bay Temple. But this here is fine.
I just don't think it matters if you go Great Bay Temple or any other temple, but clear a temple.
Yeah,
like,
it's because in Will's options, okay, in Will's point of view, there's the, okay, does he go for the hint? No, not really. You go for the Spirit House hint here for sure, man. It sucks.
Yeah, but keep in mind, like...
Will. That could have been other Fire Arrow hints.
It could have been, but it also could have just been Goron Village Wath.
Wait, really?
Well, because that's where we got Ice Arrow and, what song? New Wave.
No, but that was hinted already.
Oh, New Wave was... No, but I'm saying it could. That could be the other hint.
No, I think it's gonna be some, like, song item. I think it's gonna be specifically Zora Hallway of the Hero, because it's the most... Yeah, after... No, wait, it can't be.
No, it could
be.
Why not?
Oh, it can, because, yeah, fire arrows inside... No, it can't,
Woodfall.
because fire arrows inside Woodfall Temple. Woodfall Temple is behind Keg itself. The hint can't be in Spring. Unless there's some post-temple, you know, post-temple broken logic or whatever, but I don't think it can be. This might be the fire arrow hint, the way of the hero. Am I going crazy? Like, how can you get to Upper Ikana, ignoring as much as, you know, the other items as possible? Can we get PFI with the hero for Deku, for example? I think it might be.
Yeah, we could also get that.
I think it might be, yeah.
But I mean, like, so many of our Wath items were in the same kind of areas. So, like, we're really limited on what areas could be our last Wath.
Yeah, it's either Spring for uneventful item or looking at Spirit House and the other stuff. Oh, actually of the weird way the hero locations, we also have the canyon, right? I think maybe if it's on specifically Canyon Ledge and Swamp Spider House, I think it could be almost it can be a lot more.
Yeah.
Although Gibdo was pretty locked, right? What it was.
Yeah, but that was just from Lens. Oh, Lens Cave, I mean.
Yeah, to get Gibdo, to get that access would be... You know, Zora for bow for Gibdo, at least. Hookshot was just behind distance weapon, which was Zora itself.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just maybe it's just SSH in the ledge.
Oh, Will's getting a bean. Okay, this makes sense. This tracks.
So from here, trying to do a first temple that gets you, what's it called? That gets you to do less things on the way. I think I definitely lean more towards Grey Bay Temple still. It is a ward fight you have to take, but you do have Great Fairy. But here, I don't know, because climbing the tower is good. It's progression. Doing the inverted beam chest is good because it's a lot of density. But then you have to go back and buy the bean, which sucks.
Yeah, that's not
And what else? Yeah, and then inside Stone Tower Temple itself, the wart of STT, quote unquote, is the maze chest, which is the only out of the way check.
Right. But I mean, at least for me, as like a newer runner, I hate doing GBT early. Oh, hold on, I gotta sneeze. Oh, sorry. I hate doing GBT early because I love leaving it as my last temple to get me to final hours.
Yeah, it's tricky. The climbing the tower could also be the last temple.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a really toss up when it comes to the first temple. I think Will is just gonna full clear everything and then get to the fire arrow, and it is what it is.
Right.
I hope he doesn't do shrine at least. Dear God.
Yeah. You would hope this late in a seed, he would start prioritizing. Oh no! And he found Letter to Mama.
Yeah, but objectively speaking, even the little stuff that Will cleared over Volc, yeah, Volc is just looking for magic. It's all on his side, really.
That's actually very funny. We were talking about how difficult it would be to have a magic go mode, and that's exactly what Volc has right now.
Commentator's curve. So yeah, I think as long as Will just sticks to temples here and doesn't do shrine or whatever crap, he should be in a good position, even if Volc goes for beavers almost as soon as possible.
Well, especially for me, like if I were in Will's position, you just want to rush this, see what song you get, and see if you need to do keg. Because if you do, you have to reset.
It's weird. Oh yeah, that is true. I think seeing that it is not keg, I mean, seeing that that you need keg is valuable because it funnels you into it. But you know, in terms of skipping keg, I don't think that's that valuable.
Right.
But yeah, if it is required, it's so good because you funnel yourself into it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Miss Recoil. Advice here, choose the strat where you recoil straight forward and hold left midair. This whole aiming thing, I do not sign below it. But yeah, now Volc got some money. I guess for mini
Yeah.
games or treasure game and stuff. Yeah, it's just when will Volc do beavers? When will Volc do beavers?
Yeah. And when will Will get over to the thin bridge?
Another thing that Will has over-cleared over Volc is that Snowhead Temple, honestly. But judging at, you know, raw progression seen on screen, I don't think it's a big deal either.
But also, if Volk knows how to get past Path to Snowhead without magic, I mean, that'd be it. They could get their other magic there.
You know, Will here is taking a... The recoil flip has to be a little exact. He's not
he's
hitting
taking a
his brain
beating.
and stuff. Okay, if Volk decides to do, out of logic, Snowhead Temple dip, I will go crazy in the commentary booth here.
I think I've only ever seen one person do it on
insane.
Restream. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it.
It's a play where you do only if you have to wait for aliens, and there's literally nothing else. There's no other context where you do that.
Man,
I don't
Will
think
getting
because,
really fortunate here with checks too.
It can't be like a trade item that points to it, you can break logic or whatever. There's just no situation, I believe.
Yeah.
Also, Will peeked both upside down chests, knows both of them are brown, so good chance of him not going back here if he decided to do something fun.
Man. But yeah, I mean, Will's getting some really, really good RNG with these chests at least. Because, like, the more gold trim he finds, the longer it's going to take him to get to Woodfall.
Yeah, from here, I think the main variable is all about not going for a freaking secret shrine, and shouldn't have gone for Snowhead Temple either.
Yeah, I thought that was a really odd play.
Aside from that, it's just a basic traditional routing being rewarded, although he did overclear a bunch of stuff, and none of it ended up mattering. That's the most tragic part, even. I think played...
Is Volk doing it? Is Volk doing it?
Beavers!
Oh my god. I mean, keep in mind, he still has a lot to do even once he has the wallet. Like, then he's got to go back to Observatory, set up the scrub, get the magic. But he does have one temple fully done.
Yeah, it's not clear if how alive he is on this race, but it is finally gonna be the go mode for him, for sure.
Yeah, he's gonna hit go mode before Will does.
Yeah, it's gonna be all on Will too, because if he decides to do shrine or any location that is not temples.
Yeah, this is also the benefit of getting last located. It's like Will now has a full casino for fire arrows, whereas Volk has a pretty small casino for magic.
Exactly.
I mean, this is where it sometimes works out in your favor.
Yeah, and fortunately, it's a quote-unquote casino because it is on Temple's progression, which is why Volk got Fire Arrow in this first place.
Right.
It just depends if Will wants to go to funny locations, which is not the time, and especially the seed agrees with it.
Well, I think Will has done an excellent job just full clearing in general. And that benefited him really, really well in terms of getting their magic initially. But you have to, I guess, kind of prioritize when to stop full clearing, you know?
Yeah, I think the magic in Beavers was fine because either if you don't trust the bow or want to full clear with the hero as a principal, I think it's actually really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm thinking back on the whole route and the whole ordering of things. If whoever played the seed and just stuck to major locations and just push Clock Town back, just push it back, and only if you're running out of items.
Right.
I think it would just maybe it would just do all the Clock Town stuff anyway before doing Human North. But if you just did Human North before the Clock Town stuff, you would literally do Clock Town when you got that All Knight's Mask only. And you wouldn't even do it because you would have progression or whatever.
Yeah.
No, maybe not, because like I'm thinking here, Great Bay Temple first, and then you do Clock Town, and then you get the Ikana Mask, and then you bail, and then you go for the Stone Tower Temple. At one point, you have Sonata from Kag anyway. I mean, okay, I'm rambling so much, but so let's see. If you want to do Kag first, do Kag first. You would have Sonata. You could go for a Woodfall Temple ahead of time. If you don't, you do Great Bay Temple first. Your time of day is gonna suck. You're gonna get a All Night's Mask. You're gonna do All Night's Mask. You're gonna. At that point, you don't enter Ikana because you go for the Keg Song first since it's required. Then you choose between Stone Tower Temple and Woodfall Temple. At that point, you might choose Woodfall Temple to not blow up your Go Mode option because you already did Great Bay. So you find Fire Arrow there and beat the game. But still, you don't do any of the mini games. You don't do any of the extra stuff. Although between minigames and Woodfall Temple full clear, you really worry that if you full clear Woodfall Temple, the guy who did minigames is gonna be ahead of you. But it is what it is. It's just a risk assessment thing. I don't think there's a way around it really.
But we've also seen how little it matters, like who's in the lead for the majority of the race. You know, I mean, Will has been ahead this entire time, and now Volc is gonna get their Go Mode first. You know? So, like, having a lead doesn't really matter. It's really just about, like, doing the right checks at the right time.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about the whole ordering as a whole.
But, like, this is what I said from the start, is, like, if you just followed your WAF, if you followed where those items were, you could just start doing progression, and you would finish the seed, like, pretty quick. I don't necessarily think this was a jet because of, like, mostly because of All Night's Mask. That's a pretty out-of-the-way thing to have to, like, route in at some point. But everything else, like, All Night's Mask was right next to Goron Mask. Like, all of the WAF items were right by each other.
Yeah, the only cringe item placement was Goron inside Landscape, which means you had to enter North as human. But if anything, if that wouldn't make you not clear minigames, at least you would have such a solid Clock Town bulk for the very end of the first progression chain, that you would at least do all the Clock Town clear in one go. That would be a good time save. It would save like 2 or 3 stores from the runner's side. It would save like a bunch of pacing back and forth for sure.
Yeah, and this is what I was worried about for Will, is like once they had that letter to Mama, I knew that was going to set them back. Because now they have
he's gonna overclear this, and you're sorry for it.
Don't do it! No!
No, for sure. Come on!
No! Do GBT! At least get your progression done!
Okay, if you're watching this right now and you want a close race, you want entertainment, Volc is so back. He's as back as he could ever be.
Yeah. He has
my God,
plenty of time to go do all the temples. Oh my God. This finished it.
If Will did Shrine right after ISTT, you could justify it. You lose the grotto on density, which is why you shouldn't be going here anyway, but you can justify it. Here, he soared back and forth. You don't even have the routing value here. Oh my God, if you're gonna soar, just do Woodfall Temple, man.
Like I said,
I mean, Great Bay Temple, you get your Cafe's Mask and Freedom, and then you reset cycle for Keg, and then you do Woodfall Temple.
Yeah. I mean, I think getting that letter to Mama was the kiss of death. I think that was it. If he hadn't found that, he probably would have just turned in the thing. Well, no, he's still. Okay. Yeah, he wouldn't have turned that in. He wouldn't be waiting for it.
Where was Letter to Mama in the first place?
It was on Stone Tower. It was one of the bean chests.
Dude, I don't know. I think you honestly. Okay, I'm gonna defend some heinous stuff here, but you could argue that it was even better to soar out to deliver the ladder and come back, because you put yourself in a position where you're not holding on to the weirdest cycle ever, that you know you're gonna have reset as soon as you get Twin Mode Hard Container, because you know that keg will be required.
I
I
definitely
think
get that,
that would
but
have been better because you don't put yourself in this spot where you either have to blow up your Great Bay Temple
Yeah.
for searching the item, or you go to freaking Shrine for the time of day for Letter to Mama.
I mean, the play is absolutely you turn in the letter, you go do GBT. That is absolutely
Yeah,
the play, bar none.
that is the default, at least. You get into
Yeah.
a weird go mode situation, but the thing is, it's not even that bad. It's not even that bad.
No.
You know why? Because when you go clear Woodfall Temple, you immediately go Night 3. You play for the Fire Arrow immediately, and if it's not there, you will be in Shrine, and you will be Night 3 in Shrine almost in majority time of day, and you will lose nothing. It would have been
Yeah.
perfect, man. It would have been perfect.
It really would have been. There's nothing that makes you go back to day 1 at that point.
And now, honestly, this is so far what is on screen. This is purely Volc's race.
Yeah.
Like he's doing a go mode Stonehead Temple here. He's gonna go to Stone Tower Temple. Will not hit the owl. Will not do bean chest, which means no soaring for the bean or water even. No maze chest. Just a oh my god. Oh, Secret Shrine, man. Secret Shrine. Oh my god.
Everybody loves Shrine.
I know it's funny, and I know it sucks when you lose to people who do Shrine. But still, don't do it, please, man.
You heard it here, folks. No one ever do Shrine.
I'm sorry if I'm losing it here, clearly, but you can see why, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's enraging. It's mostly upsetting how much progression Will has access to, like doing GBT, checking keg, especially now that you know you have to do keg.
Exactly.
But instead choosing to do something so out of the way like this.
He has 2 temples. He has all the songs. He doesn't have. He can pre-route majority time of day. He has so many places to look. All progression. It's like Scarface. The world is yours, Will. What are you doing?
It's tough. Yeah, Will doesn't have Sonata because it's on keg. So they have to reset to go check keg. But instead they're choosing to do this while they wait for Postman Freedom.
It's a nice jump slash into the ward's eye. Oh my god.
That was really great. Yep, more time loss. Let's get it.
Bombers. Not even time loss because you're not going to talk to anyone in Clocktown anyway, but...
No, I know.
It's a time loss of opening an extra chest. That is... At this point it is.
Come on, let's get gold trim at the end of Shrine. Let's do it. Nope.
Oh man, if you're Will, you absolutely hate this.
Yeah, this feels bad. This feels real bad. You got nothing out of here entirely. Yeah, you got double defense. That's all you get.
Yeah,
and even that does not matter.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, it's not even the letter's fault, because as we were speaking here, non-stop, you can just play around it. You can get this letter done. It's fine.
Right. Oh god, this means he's gonna set up Midnight Meeting too.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that. It's no, okay, no, this is gonna be fine. You know what? This is gonna be fine. Okay, at least he put himself in a situation where he's gonna set up Midnight Meeting, and he's gonna immediately go Woodfall Temple, because you can't blow up your Great Bay Temple at that point, because you can't just do Great Bay Temple from here.
Yeah,
because it's your majority time of day for now. It's not gonna be it's not gonna be Woodfall Temple plus the other one pre-routing Night 3 anymore. Wait, yes, Keg Song, Keg Song, and then set Midnight Meeting. Oh my god, this is so much pacing back and forth, man.
It's tough routing wise.
I think Volc is just ahead. Volc is just ahead here.
Volc is absolutely ahead. They have 2 temples done. Oh, the only thing though, Volc still has to go all the way up Akana.
Oh no, I think it's fine.
Did he climb it already?
Doing
the climb. The climb takes a bit.
I mean, climb. I mean the first one, not climbing the tower. I don't know.
Yeah, climbing the tower.
Yeah, it's like it's fine, but right now I think it's so clear, man.
I do also I'm gonna change what I said earlier. I do think this is a jet seed. I think this was absolutely a jet. We're looking at a go mode at 2 hours. which for a lot of other matches this tournament is unheard of.
Okay, I think the thing is, the term jet, I think it's... you know what? I think Majora transcended the term jet. Because, for example, if you see those seeds where you get a lot of progression on the way, but you still have to make some micro decisions, some micro routing, and then, you know, the seed is fast. You end up in like 2-0 something, or even the 210s or 220s. And it's like...
Primitive field!
It was there the whole time? What? Have we seen this? Did Volc not read it? We were losing our minds here. Just throwing the field for the magic / captains. Was captains there? I don't know.
Yeah, captains was there.
Yeah, it was confirmed for captains, but also for the magic eventually.
That is so funny. Oh my god, that's hilarious. And poor Will, hoping for like that last strand of hope to give you the answer to where your fire arrows are. And the game is just like, no thanks.
Okay, I have a serious conversation to have with Volc here. Not because of the seed or routing whatsoever, but because of not reading that hint and making me lose my mind the whole time thinking about hint location.
It's just rude to chat, in all honesty. Like, I think it's a fine decision to make as a runner, but come on, help us out.
By the way, the last always, I think, was Ocean Spider House Day 1. We did have only 5 so far.
Okay, yeah. Ah, God. But I think the biggest thing that points this to, like, I think you're right, Majora has kind of transcended the term jet. But at the same time, like, think of how many locations had multiple items for us. That, like, if you just went to the proper places, you were going to get everything you needed.
Yeah, I would say this is at the very least a progression-heavy seed for sure. That is absolutely true.
I mean, the most out-of-the-way thing was Lens Cave. But you go to Lens Cave, you see your Ice Arrow, which you can get just by going back to Twin Islands. You have Goron and All Night's Mask, which leads to Akana access. You get 4 items right there.
You know what? Okay, I think I'm gonna define a jet seed here.
Yeah.
For me, it would have to be the very beginning, so loaded with items that gives you a short progression span, and then you just get go mode and you skipped, you know, mini games, long stuff, everything, and you get like around 140s in terms of finish time. I think that would be a clear-cut jet for me. These seeds are, you know, I guess fast, progression heavy, you could call them, but yeah. Jet, the term jet, as in canonically jet, I think it would be the 140s as I described.
Will,
Volc is having a hard time with the setup here.
Will, no. No, Will, no.
I mean, you gotta do it at some point. You're gonna isolate Midnight Meeting from here. Okay, if you had Shrine, you could do Midnight Meeting at some point after.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think... Okay, assume we would have done Great Bay Temple from here. I was thinking here that you just permanently orphan Midnight Meeting. Or... what's it called? Because you have to be pre-routing majority time of day. There's no way around it. You just orphan this because it's just... It just sucks now. And what I was thinking is, thinking a little bit further because of this reason, you could argue not even redeeming the ladder.
Yeah.
You would be losing out on one check for sure, which would also means regrabbing the same ladder, by the way. But when it comes to having a pre-routed majority time of day situation, I think the stuff that is out of the way in terms of time of day is just done. You just hard isolate them. I don't think there's a way around it. You're losing so much. You're losing so much go mode efficiency if you try to do them. You know.
Yeah, but like right now, why is Will not going to Woodfall?
No, right now it makes sense. It just sucks because we know where the item is, but it makes sense to go for the Midnight Meeting to
set it up. Yeah.
Set it up, and then you get to the couple's mask, bait it, I guess. It makes sense. It makes sense. It just sucks because we know that Volc is doing none of those.
Right. Okay, but now we have a serious race.
Very, very serious.
Because Will's gonna go in there. They'll be able to get their fire arrows first thing. And then they're both going to have GBT. No, sorry. Will also has to do Snowhead. My bad.
Yeah, I tend to think on a common sense that Volc is so much further ahead here,
For
but
progression.
I think there is leniency when it comes to execution. For example, Volc was missing the left side long jump for a bit. I think he was combining two strats that don't work with each other, so it took a while to do that. Will had missed some execution in inverted stone tower temple as well, doing the other side. So I don't know. I think it might be a race, but yeah.
I think there's a chance. I mean, Twin Mold is one of the heaviest RNG bosses, and GBT is the most like technical heavy dungeon.
That is true. By the way, we had FD for a while, which I hadn't mentioned, but it was a very important part on decision making when it comes to the first temple. If you didn't have FD there, it's a fall in the water, which is giving damage. Oh my god, this is bugged.
Yeah, that's fully bugged.
Poison water is just not poisonous in this version of the randomizer. This is... Dude,
Poison
this is
water
alarming.
is now friendly water.
Okay, I know this is besides the point, we shouldn't be talking about this here, but I wonder why they just played the new beta. I thought you would just go for the previous one, or... I don't know, maybe the bot was updated or whatever, but...
Yeah, I think that's most likely it.
When there's a beta going on, these things come up, and it's usually best to stick to the version you know that works.
Yeah, the stablest one. And there's Will's go mode.
Yeah, all now is just go fast and hope.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's got a chance. I think this is a pretty close race.
I think he has a chance for sure, but...
But it's gotta be flawless execution.
I think it's up to the point where Volc really has to screw up for Will here. I think it's on that point, because they're gonna converge to Great Bay Temple.
Yeah.
And Volc is about to enter Great Bay Temple. Also, I don't know what is Volc's time of day.
Volc has a couple double times to do.
Optimization wise, he should have played double time before. Like before entering the boss, even on a room much sooner. But I don't think Volc is gonna have perfect GBT. So he might just enter the temple and play double time. He's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do that have FD, but Volc didn't do the one cycle blue, which means I don't know if Will does it, but it could be time save for Will.
No, Will's already done with Twin Mold.
Oh, that is true. Wow,
yeah, so they have that advantage. But Volc also had a really clean goat. Like, they had a very quick snowhead. So we'll see if Will can do the same kind of thing here.
One other variable that is not present because of the FD is Majora for sure. So none of the runners will be saving major time over the other.
Yeah.
Can still have screw-ups on the fight for sure, but it's not gonna be like dying over and over, nothing close to that.
Right. Also, Will is gonna have a slightly faster woodfall because they have magic. Gonna be able to do this section a little bit faster. Not that that's huge. Man, but this is very tight. Nice little recoil from Will, getting over to the platform there. Ignoring the dragonflies. Both runners probably stressing out hard at this point. Both in go mode, knowing the other person has not finished yet. Also, Volc has not finished GBT yet. It should be Twin Mold and not George that's marked.
Yes. And this is it. Will is a whole go mode Snowhead Temple behind.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I don't want to
Okay.
be the hindsight guy too much here, but you see that even the Snowhead Temple dip here is gonna cost Will, which
Yeah.
I said earlier that I thought was technically wrong for a billion of reasons, and I don't know. I think it may be showing here, honestly.
It's just confusing, like, going into a temple like that when you have a temple you can full clear.
Exactly. Out of common sense, you definitely want to avoid that. Even though at one point, you know, do you clear, for example, Woodfall Temple, or do you just do the quick path to Snowhead checks? That's an actual decision, and
That's separate.
It sucks to go through path to Snowhead and soar afterwards, but I don't know. I think I think common sense is still correct. You know, you don't enter a temple you can't clear at that point.
Yeah, not at that point.
When you have so much other stuff to do. This is not a situation where the fire arrow is very likely to be in Snowhead. It's far from it.
Yeah. I mean, there's
Out
a
of all
chance,
the
but it's not a big chance.
Out of all the places to not to purposely take an extra soar, I think that was one of those. Not the isolating Clocktown checks in the middle of nowhere, not any of that, just this one.
I mean, there are times where, I mean, more often than not, you don't want to have to just hit an owl and soar. But at the same time, there are times where you have to.
Yeah, it's mainly the Snowhead Temple issue, really.
Yeah. But I think
that Snowhead Owl is very particular.
Yeah.
Because you want to do both checks and then you end on the owl. There's no way around it. And
Right.
And there are situations where you end being able to enter the temple, but you can't clear the temple. So it is a situation we just described. And you might go one way or the other, but at the end of the day, it is a temple you can't clear, and it's not. There are way too many checks remaining that point out that you might not. The fire arrow doesn't have to be in Snowhead.
Yeah.
There are situations where going there is good because there's so few things available that it might just be there. This was not one of them, unfortunately, and the seed really showed.
Yeah, I think the big thing to me is, like, if I had a lot of items that I was looking for, then I might dip Snowhead. But at that point, I'm pretty sure he was literally... No, he was looking for fire arrows and Akana access. But that's it.
Yeah, that is true, definitely.
You know, it's the whole thing of, like, the more items you have, the more sense it makes to go to a place that has a lot of checks.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna disagree with the play fully because, for example, if in that spot you just enter Great Bay, you come up short because there's nothing there. At least, you know, could you have got him, but I don't know. And then afterwards, what do? You know, you go the isolate Clocktown, or do you just go for, you know, path to Snowhead, easy items, and that spot you might just dip the temple already. You know, it's I can see a world where it goes towards dipping Snowhead Temple. But I mean, especially when resetting for Keg and getting the Keg song is a thing, it's like you're gonna have to full clear some out of the way stuff. There's no way around it. You're not gonna perfectly go around the go mode. And at that point, maybe Woodfall Temple was one of the plays that makes sense, maybe more than going inside Snowhead.
Yeah.
It's definitely debatable for sure, and has a lot of luck involved. That's.
I mean, you also knew that Keg was going to have Sonata.
Yeah, that is a big factor for sure in terms of...
You know, like, we knew that for a long time.
Honestly, it might not even be important on the stuff we are particularly talking about. I mean, it gets to the first dungeon, for sure. That is absolutely sure. But after you get Sonata on the Blue Warp or on the Keg, maybe you just do Woodfall from there? Common sense? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a clear-cut choice, but it would be the obvious one for sure.
Yeah.
Because the thing, it also competes with climbing Stone Tower. And then you get on the situation that I described. You reset the cycle pre-routing Majora and do the short temples. But... yeah.
Interesting strat from Volc. I don't think I've seen this before.
And this long jump is very clunky, but it does work.
Huh. I mean, at that point,
even though you have to,
not bad.
It is good if you don't know the glitchless jump and you enter here without Ice Arrow to be able to get the boss key early. But given that you have to switch to human to do either of the strats, you might as well just place an ice arrow. At that point, it might just be preference, really.
Yeah. Will having a bad time with Goat now. This is starting
Yeah,
to look more and more impossible for Will.
Speaking of time that Will could be gaining, this might just be solidifying that he's gonna be behind here.
Yeah. Actually, that was pretty good.
Anyone here who's pro bomb big sword strat, that's your time to say, I was correct.
I mean, when you have FD, I do think it can be a lot faster.
Yeah,
Especially once
because
you mess up the strat.
I think it's more because of the movement up to the blue warp afterwards, not having to switch a mask or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, not having to, like, roll all the way over there. But at least both runners will be in GBT at the same time.
At this point, it's a lot of stuff. Volc is nearly done, going to the seesaw room here.
Yeah, but the seesaw room is where it gets really technical, too. You know, there could be some time delay there. Will also has a whole lot of double times to do.
You know what? One thing I can say for sure, breaking down the seed and all, I think it was definitely interesting to say the least.
Oh, yeah.
And,
well,
like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think there was at least one traditional way of doing the route that would include, I don't know, like resetting cycle for eggs, and then you have the keg situation afterwards, blah blah blah, and then you delay all the clock down stuff. I think that could have been done, you know, maybe in one or two or three very small different ways. But as played, we got a whole lot of divergence, man.
Yeah, but I think this is very interesting from like a MMR player perspective, because you see so many seeds that are so toxic and so disgusting that have like your fire arrow in like right side well, all sorts of like crazy garbage that we see in so many seeds. And this was not that. This had everything like pretty easily laid out for you. So many items in like the same location. Could have been like a nice comfy seed, but because both of these runners have probably seen such disgusting trash that we've all seen in so many MMR seeds, you don't trust it.
I think this is more of a recurring Majora thing, and that's why I like this randomizer the way I do. Like you can look at the seed and say it's so obvious when it comes to, oh, just do progression, just go to the places and you get the items and you don't do anything extra. Full clear away the hero, then you get your magic. But I think the micro routing, the small stuff, is the stuff that is gonna differentiate runners from the others, really.
Yeah. I mean, like I don't
imagine if Volc just got the magic and just did beavers. It would still be different. It would still have been a different race.
Yeah.
A different point of view from both runner sides.
And Volc then would have run into the same sort of like, you know, bait quests that Will ran into.
Volc afterwards sees the race and is gonna be like, at least I wasn't in the Will dilemma.
Right, at least I didn't have to think about doing Shrine.
You know what, we memed on Magic for Go mode, but this is one of the best parts. Never do Shrine on Magic Go mode, it's just so good.
You never had that. You don't even have to worry. Place. Man, but I mean, I've seen this happen a bunch too, where like one racer missed out on something that was like essential to getting so many other items, but because it didn't lock any other items, Volc was able to just keep going until they got item locked. And it almost worked to their benefit. Not even almost, it did work to their benefit.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, because while Volc got one of the best go modes in terms of funneling you to the correct location, and Will got, I think, what is the worst one, which is Fire Arrow for go mode. I think at this point it might be just the worst go mode. Aside from like, I think Keg for Oath has to be worse, just because of the timing of waiting for Majora and stuff. But yeah, interesting outcome, and Volc might just I mean, I'm thinking that, honestly. I'm straight up thinking that not doing beavers actually was good for him.
Yes,
It's crazy that it came down to that point, you know?
it definitely feels that way. Yeah, so unless Volc has a really, really unfortunate Majora, this is pretty wrapped up at this point.
I mean, no double defense with this amount of hearts. I would say FD
Yeah, there's
Majora
a
is still,
chance.
it's still very easy, but I wouldn't say it's free. I wouldn't
Right.
put my words there.
Yeah. Will
Oh,
also
Will
having
is...
a pretty unfortunate time here. Every once in a
Oh, he
while, this
missed the
bonk just
ball.
doesn't work out. Yeah, going
I
for the
always
double.
hold forward while I'm in the air. I think that might help. I don't know if he...
Yeah, that's
Because not get...
possible.
Like, if you get the angle for the bonk and you just don't get the ledge grab, I think, you know... I don't know. It might be just a skill issue. I don't... Like, it doesn't happen to me, but I always hold forward.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's Majora, when you hold buttons in the air, it influences, the jumps have lengths.
So
Anyone who is used to OT Randomizer, learn this from me right now. Yes, not all jumps are made the same. Any airborne time in general, any.
I think that's the reason that I can't do the glitchless boss key skip here.
Yeah, airtime definitely does have an influence, but I think the crooked angle is the biggest variable for sure.
Yeah. I cannot get that jump for the life of me. I've tried it so many times.
Like, Will did a different setup here that went didn't go behind the pots. I don't trust this one either. This jump it's definitely a whole song and dance in itself. You can just do it. It's like the second seesaw Zora jump.
Right. Yeah, the second seesaw is fun. That one I can do, but not very consistently.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm yet to see a situation where that specific jump is handy because you would have to
Right.
clear GBT with only ice arrows. You can't have bombs. You can't have Deku. You can't have Goron or Powder Keg. And then you have to do that Zora jump raw. I think there's like a pushy setup for it. I tried it. I understand the visual cues and stuff, but I think I got more confused doing it. It might be a good setup for some people, but
Yeah.
that's GG.
And GG's to Volc. And Will just immediately shutting down stream. That perfectly understandable.
Yeah, I hate to see it for sure.
It really sucks just getting into a fire arrow casino. And I mean, at that point you just feel like, well, the other person checked it before I got there.
Someone did not do Shrine in this race, and it wasn't me.
Man, but yeah, I totally get that. And I believe both of our runners are fluent French speakers and will not be coming on our restream. But if you speak French, you can go over to our French restream with Pitch BTW. Not sure if they're doing a commentary over there, but if they are, it's probably going to be in French.
I'm looking at the
Um,
race team page here. There's been some conversation around it. Not
yeah.
sure.
Do you speak French?
No, but I read ZSR comme or something, which I mean, I suppose it is commentary for ZSR.
Yeah, you could assume probably. But yeah, because I would really like to talk to both of them, especially just asking Volk why they decided not to do Beavers. Ask Will why they decided to do Shrine over Progression. Not that it's a terrible decision. I understand needing to waste time, but wasting time that late in the seed really, it felt bad for sure.
Gonna ask for... Oh, okay. Okay, Volk is not gonna be coming in for an interview. Wait until Will's answer, but he's not gonna do that. I don't know.
I'm gonna see if I can figure out what that French means.
Oh yeah, Google Translate is a thing.
Yep.
I think there's one not going to 3 words. I'm not gonna speak them because it's gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be an offense for the French or French Canadian dialects, you know. But yeah.
It looks like they will not be coming in for restream, which is
All
perfectly
right, so
understandable from Will's perspective, especially.
I guess this is it. And any more thoughts about the seed?
No, I mean, like I've been saying, I think this is pretty straightforward, and I do think this is a good lesson to runners that like sometimes it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. You know, like whether you can debate all day long about if this was a jet or not, but at the very least, we didn't have any really terrible checks aside from beepers.
Yeah, and in terms of from Volk's perspective, I was gonna touch the subject of sometimes players think they have to play as if they were from behind or whatever. In Volk's case, it's different because he just didn't have checks anyway. But yeah, I mean, you saw that he didn't have magic for so long, and it didn't influence things as much as they did. I mean, it did influence, but he ended up with a win. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, that sometimes you have that item that really locks every other item past it, and this was not that seed.
Yeah, and you never know what the other runner is doing on their screen, so you gotta
Yeah.
just keep the gameplay up and go for the win. And I think Volk definitely benefited from that.
Yeah. Overall, very fun race to watch. Definitely very informational. And I'm always happy to see more people running in this community.
Yeah, definitely love watching these races more and more. Keep them coming. Round robin is not over. I think we have until middle of March. I don't know if it can end earlier than that, but yeah, it's a lot more Easter, Zora Easter for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, there are tons of other races happening. Even just today.
Yeah, we actually have one coming up at 3:15 Eastern, so at about a little less than 3 hours between Yuso Epic and Dodo, and then we have one on Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern between Alf and Aosuna. So we do have some more MMR coming up on the ZSR network. But again, let's give our runners Willx49 and Volc a follow. Also show some love to our trackers, the new IT guy and Alley Oops, and our commentators, Pineapple, excuse me, and Spec. But I'm going to send you over to Dabari, who's doing some Majora's Mask and NMG practice and some glitchless any percent. So I'm going to send you over there, show him some love as well. But other than that, thank you for watching.